W.
To this woman. I will check. I will double check. I will double check right now. Oh, look at you. There you go. Confirmed. We did it, Joe! We did it, Joe. Look at us. Look at us. Just look at us. We did it, Joe! Apparently they can hear me, but not you.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Mommy! Mommy!
You gotta say more than that, because what if they can't?
We are testing the microphone option. Doo-dah, doo-dah. Is your mic output set on the stream? So I had shut down my mic input and went to the desktop audio because I thought you guys would be able to hear me through the window capture, but now I think you can hear me. Tortilla, can you hear me? Testing, testing, 1, 2. Tortilla, are you here? Testing, testing, 1, 2. Yay! Tortilla can hear me. Now, Crow, you go.
Now I go. This is a story all about how my life got turned upside down. So I'd like to take a minute and sit right there. And I'll tell you how I became the prince of a town called Bel Air.
Okay, Tortilla, I'm fixing your moderator status. There we go. All right. I upgraded your mod status on YouTube, Tortilla.
Scree, this is me being a stage tech from back in the day, being a professional techie. I would always do mic checks by just like saying song lyrics in the most calm, like I was doing a monologue voice.
Allie, I could have swore you were already modded on the YouTube. Hold on, let me check. Woo! I think we did it, chat. We did it. Yay! Okay, so let's go view your channel.
I thought that was you, Jesse. I saw the new account name a minute ago, and I didn't even process. My brain still hasn't like made the connection, like the permanent connection yet. It's like I watched you gaming the other day on the new name, and my brain just hasn't built the neural link yet.
Hi, Samantha. We did it. We figured it out. Yeah, well, I mean, I thought you wanted an upgrade. I don't know what managing mod and regular mod are.
Hi, Samantha. Samantha, we all miss you. I just want to let you know that. We all miss you. We understand you don't want to go on the clock app anymore, but we miss you. Just want to let you know that.
Okay, Samantha, Twitch is fine. I'm live on Twitch too. But I do want Samantha to know that I'm very upset with them because come to find out, Samantha is my neighbor in my neighboring state, and we've never once talked about the potentiality of meeting up. But Samantha says they miss us all so much. Since you can't see that on the Twitch, the purple app, as you call it. Okay, anyway, so Crow, tell me now about this court case. Now that we have figured everything out, let's hear about this court case.
All right. Let me pull it up on my computer, my Bob.
Hey, here you go.
Oh, Samantha, we need to get together ASAP. Hey, you need to, that's not for you.
I just smell.
You want some lotion? You can smell this. Here. Give me your hand. Rub it in.
In fact, I'm going to do you one better. So I'm going to send you an article on it so that you have it handy.
Get down.
Wow.
Okay, just go DMs. Let's go chat.
Ignore my angry rants about one of your panels you were on yesterday. Because Chad, sometimes you don't know this, but sometimes when she's maga hunting, I just crash out in her DMs about what
Literally crashes out in my DMs. Huh?
All right, so I'm assuming you're pulling it up. You have it in front of you. You're looking at the headline. Okay, so for Chad, if you don't know, there is a trans woman in Wyoming. Her name is Rihanna Elver.
No, that's not soap.
She works at a place called the Crowbar. She was leaving work one night. There were 3 men outside. One of them started screaming transphobic things at her and knocked her to the ground. And in response, she pulled out her firearm. She chambered around. She kept the safety on, and she brandished it at them to make them run away. Wyoming is a stand your ground state, which means as long as reasonable force is used and a threat of imminent harm is in play, then you are allowed to, in fact, do what the fuck she did. When it came into the court, even though all of this is on video, all of this is on security footage from the bar, the judge declined to allow her to use the self-defense and said that it has to be taken to trial. She is currently facing up to 15 years in prison. Why is this a big deal? For 2 reasons. Again, it's a stand your ground state, so everything she did falls well within the confines of stand your ground and self-defense, and a very simple principle. Either everybody has rights or nobody has rights. If we start selectively applying rights and laws to people, it becomes a slippery slope very quickly. So even the NRA is speaking out about this case, because the NRA also operates off that same principle. We all have rights, or we don't have, or nobody has rights. And that's the issue we're having. This is why this is a case that, for all the 2A folks, all the time you talk to 2A folks, you should be bringing this case up. Because if they argue that she deserves these charges, then they were never 2A to begin with.
Absolutely agree. That's wild. This is literally what stand your ground laws were made for. But because she's a trans woman, they don't count to her?
Correct.
Wyoming, such a shit show.
For all the times I said Wyoming wasn't real, this doesn't help me want to believe that it's real. All right, I'm just going to put that out
Literally,
there.
I've never met a person from Wyoming, to be fair.
That's what I'm saying. See, I keep telling people that, Wyoming is where the UFOs actually are.
Hi, Tyga, Agent State.
27, Ohio.
All right, Tyga, what would you like to chat about today?
Do you think that some ABs are ableist and or racist? If so, do you support them?
I think all ABs are a woman's choice, regardless of what her reason is. That is between herself and her doctor and whatever thing she believes in at the end of the day. It's none of my business.
Yeah, but what if she's what if one of your friends over at they're at your house, yeah, Emma, I thought it was, actually another guy that got me pregnant. Turns out it's this Hindu man from India. I'm definitely gonna get an AB because of that.
So
Would
if
you
they
be
were
yo,
racist, so hold on. If they were racist to begin with, they wouldn't have slept with a Hindu man.
That's not true. Sometimes they have fantasies on they're called plantation fantasies. Again, they fetishize people.
Her body, her choice, any reason, up to her, between her and God, her and Allah, her and Buddha, her and whatever. Don't care.
Okay. But yeah, I was just curious. That's for the race. What about ableism? If they're oh yeah, he's gonna have some mental challenges. You're also fine with that too. To be honest, I'm probably fine with that because
her choice, her body, her doctor, her God. Don't care.
Okay. What about you, Krog? The Crow.
Krog?
I remember we had a conversation, Crow.
Krog is new.
Crow or Krog. Crow, what do you think about the subject?
I don't want to talk to you, Tyga. I don't like you.
That's fine. You don't have to like me, but...
Well, he laid a boundary. He doesn't want to talk to you, Tyga. So.
Okay. One more question, if I may. How do we fix pew-pews if the story that Crow was just saying was a valid use of a pew-pew? What if that trans woman didn't have that pew-pew and she got unalived?
Okay, so I'm not advocating for taking away all guns. How about when having this conversation, because I say gun reform is necessary. How about you go, hey Emma, what is gun reform to you?
Hey, Emma, what's gun reform to you?
Safe storage laws, universal background checks, and red flag laws modeled after those in Florida on a federal level would be gun reform that would save thousands of lives.
Are you sure that they would save lives?
Yes. Absolutely. So, like universal background checks, for example, would close the private sale loophole that allows someone like myself to sell a gun to someone like you without being required to run a background check on you. Meaning, I have no idea if you're a convicted felon. I have no idea if you have any restraining orders against you. I have no idea if you have violent charges. Right? And I could just sell you a gun all willy-nilly. That would absolutely close that loophole. And if I still did it anyway without running a background check on you, that opens up some liability to me if you then take that gun and you do something like kill your wife. Right? So safe storage laws are more of a reactionary law than they are a proactive law, but it states basically that if your gun is not stored properly and then is taken out of your possession and used in a crime and isn't reported stolen, you have some liability for the crime caused with your gun because you didn't properly store it. Right? It's a reactionary law, not a proactive one, but it would save lives. And then red flag laws modeled like those after Florida give the people the right. So let's say you're an abuser, right? And you text your wife who's left you because you were physically violent. And you say you're going to unalive her, your kids, and yourself. She can then turn that text message into the police. They can turn that text message in as evidence to a judge. A judge could then rule that your guns have to be confiscated from you, and within 14 days, you have to be in front of that judge to fight for your right to your guns back, to prove that you are not a danger to yourself and or society. And if you successfully prove that, you get your guns back. If you don't, you lose them for a year.
Don't they already have those things?
In specific states, I'm advocating for these things on a federal level. So that way it's the same thing in all 50 states of the United States of America.
That sounds pretty reasonable,
Right.
rational. I don't think you get much pushback.
I do, though.
I think the only pushback you'd get would be like, it still doesn't stop it still doesn't stop somebody from going to the store and have it all planned out who has no record. But I guess if it helps some people save their lives, that's better than nothing.
Well, at the end of the day, Tyga, we're never going to live in a utopia, right? That's never going to happen.
I wish.
So at the end of the day, like there's still going to be some instances of gun violence happening, but tightening the regulations on gun violence is going to stop bad people from getting their hands on guns, or it's going to hold gun owners to a higher standard in which they need to be more responsible, right? So like that kid in Georgia a couple years ago whose father bought him an AR-15 for Christmas, and then he turned around and used that AR-15 for Christmas. I'm happy that the state of Georgia chose to charge that parent, but they didn't have to, right? Safe storage laws would absolutely require. So I mean, they got some probation. They got some probation and community service because like it wasn't like they weren't held accountable for the crime committed with the weapon. So I think we should actually like take it a little bit further. If your gun is used in a mass shooting and you supplied that weapon to a child, you absolutely should be culpable in that crime. So
yeah, I mean that makes sense. It's something needs to change. One last question: how much blame do you put on? Well, this goes into the whole pew pew reform. How much blame do you put on school districts when they do get pew pewed up on like them not like stopping whatever's happening to that person? Because most of the kids that do that stuff are obviously like severely bullied or tormented at the school, and they use it as a way to like get even.
So
what can we do to like?
I do think a lot of schools don't adhere to their zero tolerance policy, but I think that argument is disingenuous when the man who committed Uvalde was a grown ass adult. Like, was he bullied by fourth graders? The man that committed Sandy Hook was a grown ass man. Was he bullied by kindergartners?
Those are those too. I mean, Cruz. I mean, he got tormented apparently.
Supposedly, allegedly, right? Like so do I think schools need to adhere more to their zero tolerance bullying policies? Absolutely. But saying that that's the reason why school shooters exist. Oh, Haley said redact. Sorry, Tyga. How do you feel about it's all men till it's no men, King?
It's all men till it's no men.
Yeah, how do you feel
makes sense? I mean, it makes sense, but well.
Oh look, no men. Now we just have a bird. Tyga, Haley redacted you. So, Haley, you got 6 more pocket redactions left. Queen, Haley was like, I don't want to listen to this shit.
That was the most transparent attempt to get me to engage. To pivot from AB to, hey, well, Crow was just talking about this. The most transparent attempt to get me to fucking engage.
Maybe I could get him to talk to me if I bring up guns. Anywho, chat. Like, tap the screen, share the live, do all the good things. We're at 23,000 taps. You guys are killing it. There's 104 people in here right now. Hi, I'm Emma. If you're not following me, please follow me. Please follow me. But I would prefer if you actually followed me. In the link tree in my bio, you can find my YouTube page and you can find my Twitch page because I'm hoping to eventually get off of this toxic-ass app. This is just not where it's at anymore, guys. I would like to move on to where the affiliate program pays better and treats creators better. And I would also like to get out of this like situation where all we debate anymore is incels. All that's left on this app is incels and scared short men. Like, which, by the way, short kings, love you. That one, don't like him. Love me a short king, okay? Enzo, however, no. Twist Tempo on YouTube says, yeah, these people think that guns are the problem. I thought this was a conversation platform, so we just keep people we don't agree with. Good luck with the echo chamber. So Twist, actually, you can purchase redactions, right? So it's $10 to one of the link trees in my bio, or 2 galaxies to pop it off over on TikTok. So my friend Haley sent me $70 yesterday. She had 7 redactions. So she chose to redact Tyga because capitalism wins. So yeah. So at the end of the day, we are going to go MAGA hunting. I am currently looking for some MAGA lives to get into. I have to log into my account. Let me open the... No, So, RJ, I love you, but I'm not debating Enoch when he used the hard R. That's Enoch. He used the N-word with the hard R, and I won't do it. He says, oh shit, I forgot. Oh snap, I forgot. I mean, yeah, like... All right, let's see what Trump lives we can find today. Hashtag RJ is problematic. That's hilarious. You know what's going to be funny is, like, now that I'm dual streaming again, I'm going to wind up, like, when the live is over, I'm going to wind up walking away from my computer and leaving YouTube and Twitch up all of the time because that's what I did every single time that I dual streamed on MBW. I always forgot my YouTube was up. All right, chat. Crow, you got this for just a second. I need to go grab my water bottle.
No! Okay.
Thanks.
I am currently attempting to figure out logistics for the record store because I would like to do my first auction on Sunday, and I need to figure out getting shit into the mail. Because I go into work for 2 weeks, but I don't want to delay any further. I don't want to, like, especially because I have, like, some records that are very Pride adjacent that I got specifically for Pride Month. I don't want people to have to wait until Pride's. If I wait till after my 2 weeks in office, Pride's over. Like that's the spot I'm in. And there's no fucking post office by my office. Yes, it's Logistics Crow. It's Logistics Crow. Because I was gonna do it Saturday morning and then like hand him off to the post office when he comes, the mailman when he comes with the mail. But like it's my son's birthday, so I'm trying to do it that.
All right. Sorry guys, I am back. I had to go get. I just can't drink another cup of coffee. So Twist Tempo on YouTube says, all right, let's see if she'll ask them to ask her a specific question again. Like, come on, you don't debate like that, setting up questions you want to answer. So Twist Tempo, there is actually, here, why don't we do this? Let me open this up. I haven't used the call line in a while, but here's what I'll do. Over on Streamlabs, I'm going to add some text here. Let's see. Custom widget, maybe? No? Oh my goodness. Here's what I'll do. I will take a... Okay, let's add an image over here on Streamlabs. All right. So here's what I would like you to do. I would like you to call in. Okay, so here's a screenshot of the Google Voice number that I have available. I would like you to call in, Twisted, and let's have a conversation. Okay? So here is, oh, let's lock the stream. Oh, not lock the image. There we go. Here you go, Twisted. I would like you to call this number. Let me make sure that is the, let's make sure it's working. 901-209-9404. Yep. Okay. It's working. So, Twisted, why don't you call this number and let's have a conversation about one of these topics on the on the screen. Let's do that. All right, chat. Let's keep tapping the screen, sharing the live, doing all of the good things. I know you don't tap the screen and share the live over on YouTube. I'm not sure exactly what you're supposed to do over on YouTube, to be fair. But let's do all the good things on YouTube as well, whatever those things are. So, yeah, I have the phone number officially listed on the YouTube and Twitch page. So maybe we'll get some people to call in. Let's see. I could, oh, yeah, so this is where we have, guys, I need to get my secondary screen back over here now that my husband is gone and not using it for us to play video games. So I'm just going to put this up. I'm here, but I am going to be getting my second screen set back up because I just have too many windows open. So give me just a second, chat. We're gonna get this together. I just like stacked up my freaking Funko Pops and now I have to move them all to get my screen back over here. Let's see. Oh, goodness. Oh, man. Okay, I will respond. Haley, I will respond to you in just a moment. Give me just a second, Queen, so I can fix my desk back up to what it was before my husband came home from work. Which, Crow, by the way, did you know my husband's going to be gone for 3 whole fucking weeks? I'm so upset.
For why?
Well, because the job they're going to is in Florida. And it's such a long drive that they are just going to spend the entire time they need to finish the job in Florida. Which makes me sad, because now I have to be home alone for 3 weeks. So I learned how to use a lawnmower yesterday. Because there's no way my grass is not getting mowed for 3 weeks. That's crazy. So I learned how to use my lawnmower yesterday, chat.
I was gonna say good because I was gonna say like you could just walk, you could just mow the lawn.
Right.
Are we gonna have the fucking garbage incident all over again?
I mean, yes and no. So like I have trash cans now to put the garbage in.
Do y'all?
And when he gets home, he'll just have to make a couple trips to the dump because the truck is with him.
So I know, like here in Pennsylvania, if you're in a rural area, you can pay like $200 a quarter for a trash service. Do you guys have that there?
No, they won't come out here because my road is a 1-lane road and a private road. So the trash services absolutely will not come out here. I would have to still drive my trash all the way to the public road. Oh, okay. Which then I still don't have a truck to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I was just curious because like when I've lived in the boonies in Pennsylvania before, and we just paid like $200 a quarter for the fucking trash people to come.
Right. If that were an option, we absolutely would do that. It unfortunately is not. I'm not sure what part of Florida, to be fair, Amber. No, Haley, just know I've got your back, and if you need anything, like, let me know. Brightside, if you go to the link tree in my bio, and there's like underneath where it says I like to yap about politics, there's a bunch of like website symbols. There's my TikTok, my YouTube, my Discord, my Twitch. If you just click on that, it should take you straight to the Front Porch Politics YouTube page. Not to be confused with Front Porch Politics Podcast, which is a right-winger who has not made videos, I think, in like 4 years. Last Journey. That is another welcome, Brightside. No, Allie. No, we're just talking to people in the chat. Okay, let me see. So if I put it this way.
Chad, I think I figured out the logistics because like today is the last day of school for the kids. I can do my auction on Sunday, schedule a USPS pickup because my mailman's a fucking G. He will absolutely knock on my door and just stand there until somebody appears. And then just stack the records next to the door and look at my daughter and go, hey, the mailman's going to knock today. Just fucking hand him the stack.
Tempo, I am not sure why it's not going through. Are you calling the number? Tempo's over on YouTube. Yeah, I have the window open, so it should come through, Tempo. Yeah, like my son's been out of school for like almost 2 weeks now. But like I know like Iowa is different too. Iowa gets out like late, like beginning of June-ish, and they don't go back to school until like end of August. I just wish they did block schooling. So I went to a school that did block schooling when I was in California. And basically we went to school for 6 weeks straight, and then we would be off for like a week, and that would be extended for like Christmas, that sort of thing. Okay, so let's see here. Hi, thank you for calling the stream. This is Emma. Can I have your age for TOS purposes, please?
It's the bird. I'm just making a point to Tempo. The line does in fact fucking work. That's all.
Okay, love you, bird. Bye. W bird. Okay. All right, let's get my tower back over here so I can put my screen up. And we'll get all connected, chat. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, we're gonna put that there. Like,
I'll give it a buck. I was like, maybe, look, Emma's not always great with tech. Maybe this is one of those times. Maybe her phone slides are working. Let's call and find out. Maybe Tempo's right. Maybe
honestly valid. Right. Honestly valid. I'm like a boomer when it comes to technology. Sometimes.
You had to spend what, 30 minutes fixing fucking YouTube today? Like it could have been a thing.
Could have been a thing. Absolutely could have been a thing. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do now. Boom. We are gonna move Streamlabs over here. Boom. We're gonna move that back over here. We're gonna move live studio over here. Boom. We're not gonna put that over there.
If anybody in MLS community is like, wait, Bird was selling records, what records is he selling? There's actually 2 links in my link tree that you should look at. One, I actually have a public facing inventory list. 2, there's a link, Whatnot referral link. If you click that, you'll get some free credits to spend on Whatnot, and then it will automatically make you follow me, so you'll get notified when I start the auction on Sunday.
Nice. Okay. All right. So. And we're gonna make this smaller as well. We're just gonna get rid of that. Look at that, guys. My setup. I can see everything now. Alrighty, we did
I
it.
also have custom crow stickers that I'm gonna have made to go in orders, but like because of it takes like 3 weeks for them to be produced. I also just bought like 100 random cute crow stickers, like just generic ones, to just like go into orders on Sunday.
I love that. Alright, and we're back, chat. Yay! Look at us. We figured it out. I got my second screen here. You guys are over here as far as like Streamlabs and Studio goes. All of my other stuff is here. I will pause your movie. Absolutely. Not a problem.
Oh, that's right. It's one of my favorite weird internet memes. Is the Paul Rudd, Zach Galifianakis. Like, look at us.
Look at us. Okay, movie is paused. He is the type kid who does not want to miss a single thing. In Ontario, Canada, they don't get out of school till almost the end of June, and they go back the first week of September. That's crazy. That's insane. All right, what was I doing? Oh, yes, I'm making sure I don't have any thank yous to give out right now.
We actually pushed up our start date for school. When I was growing up, the Allentown Fair was like the end of summer thing. School started the Monday after the fair, and now school starts the Monday before the fair.
Nice. See, everyone's out of school for the fairs here. I actually am really excited about my county fair because this will only be the second time that I've gone to my county fair, to my new county fair since I moved here. And they sell like fried corn on the cobs on like a stick with like whatever seasoning you want. It's like, it looks dope. It looks so good, and I'm really excited about it. All right. All right, guys, make sure you're tippity tapping the screen, sharing the live, doing all of the good things that are going to get us pushed into the algorithm over on TikTok. If you are on the tube of you, I don't know what the good things are for you to do over there, but if you could do them, that'd be great. Subscribe, hit the heart button, do all of the stuff. Emma's so lucky that monitors are plug and play. Absolutely. Like the fact that they take zero work. I just have to plug in an HDMI cord and a power cord. Easy peasy. I can do that all day. But yeah, so make sure we're doing all of the good things so we can hit the algorithm on Twitch. I also don't know what the good things are. I know if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can use that to get yourself one free subscription for a month, and you can do that every month with your Amazon Prime. So that's cool. You should do that. I'm learning, guys. I'm learning all the good things. If you guys do want to support the stream, there are links in the link tree that can be found in my bios on all places, whether that be Tube of You, the Purple app, or TikTok. So if you want to donate to keep the stream going, please do so. We do have a daily goal of 100 doll hairs. It does do things like helps me pay some bills, keep some food on the table, and make sure that I can do fun extracurricular activities with my kids. As most of you know, I have a 4-year-old toddler and a 17-year-old daughter. So life be rough over here. I feel like I heard something. Hold on. Someone's talking. Hold on. Here be chat. Where you at, bub? Jackson. Jackson. Where are you? Jackson. Okay, I'm leaving.
Why is this on every live that has a call-in number? People only call in when the host is gone or preoccupied or talking to somebody else. And then, like, they'll stick it end up here in chat and go, I tried to call and you didn't pick up.
After Mommy's done with her show.
Well, Tempo, if that was you that just called, you saw that she said, I'm stepping away for a second because somebody knocked on my door. Why would you try to call right now?
Bye. See you later.
Okay, baby, sit down. All right, so sorry about that, chat. It was my son knocking because he went to the master
Emma.
bathroom. Yes.
Did you hear your phone ring?
I did not.
Yeah, somebody waited for you to say, I'm getting away. I'm going away for a second because somebody's knocking on my door, and then they called.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll just give them a call back because there's caller ID.
Well, they said, I'm assuming it's Tempo, and Tempo said they're trying to call without using their actual number.
Oh, that's fine. It's here. We'll just call this number back that they called with.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Hi, this is Emma calling from the stream. If you would like to have a conversation, please feel free to call us back. We will be available until about noon Eastern Standard Time. I hope you have a lovely day. I mean, there's that. All right, guys. Make sure we're tapping the screen, sharing the live, doing all of the good things. Right, we are only going to be live till about noon. That is literally just as long as I can go since my son is on summer vacation. So I really need to start working on this goal. Let's do the dollar change train for change. There is 78 people in the live right now and 2 viewers over on the tube of you, which isn't a lot, but we'll get there. If each of you could go to the link tree in my bio and send $1 in your favorite change to torment me with math, we could get this goal knocked out. So let's do that, chat, so that way we don't have to worry about it for the rest of the day. All right.
I need to move the show. I need to move the show.
Where is the remote control? Give me just a second. Mommy will find it. All right. Green app. 1 second, Shishka. Kicking us off for the dollar and change train for change. Can we get some W's for Shishka for the $1.69? I will add that to the goal in just a moment. I'm trying to find the controller. Where's my... What the heck? If my husband stole my Xbox controller, I'm gonna throw hands. Alright, I gotta text my husband. Let's add this to the goal real quick, and then I will text my husband. Alright, guys, we may hit a quick restart over on the TikTok, see if we can get some more people in here over on that side of things. Okay. Oh my goodness. There's just so much happening, guys. It's like very, very overstimulating, but we're going to get it together. All right. Luna Lou. Off of me. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see. Sorry, I was responding to all of my text messages. There's a lot happening. Haley, thank you for the $2.57 for the daily ooh woo. The fact that daily, like every single day, Haley makes me do ooh woos is hilarious to me. All right, I think I got that math right. Let's see. Okay. Oh my goodness. Luna. Guys, I'm telling you, between my son being home for summer vacation and just like being a child, right? That's not overstimulating, but trying to entertain you guys on live while he's being a child is overstimulating. And then the fact that like this cat, my cat Luna, that you guys love so much, wants to wear me as a skin suit is also overstimulating. So like
There's 104 days of summer vacation, and school comes along just to end it.
So
But
the annual problem of our generation is finding a good way to spend it. Like maybe. I love Phineas and Ferb. Okay. Okay, let's see what's happening on so far. Like, so I'm finding Trump debates like this one, right? Which I think would be a good conversation because it says, why does the left continue to trample on human rights? And very obviously, it's not the Democrats that trample on human rights. But in order to get up on these specific panels, like, so for the people on the right, like Lady America, who want to call me a grifter, why do I have to send 30 coins to get up on a panel? Like, this one right here says a donut to request up on the panel, which is 30 coins. So I'm the grifter, but they want me to pay money to join up on the panels. Like, can we make that make sense?
No. I'm now just thinking about how many like theme songs slapped hard because like a punk or ska band did them. Because like, what's new? Scooby Doo is Simple Plan. Phineas and Ferb is Bowling for Soup. The show Kablam was the Toasters. Yo Gabba Gabba is the Aquabats.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the MC Bat from the Aquabats is literally the creator of Yo Gabba Gabba, and he does all the music for it.
I did not know that.
Half the songs in Animaniacs are done by They Might Be Giants.
Yeah, no, I knew that. That one I knew. All right, let's see what we can find. Tax-paying American will never let me up again because when he did let me up, I said, he was like, I was like, hey, how are you? He was like, good, how are you? I said, well, I'm 11 foot 3 inches taller than Charlie Kirk today, so I guess I'm doing great. And now he will never let me up because he swears he has conversations with Charlie Kirk from the grave. Pay to get up there just to be ganged up on, screamed at, then muted and blocked. Wild work. Exactly. But yeah, so tax-paying American will literally never let me up again. Which, in my opinion, is like, W me.
Shit, the Aquabats even had their own other kid show that's their take on Power Rangers called the Aquabat Super Show. And it's fucking rad as hell. Everybody should look up the Aquabat Super Show. It's so fucking sick.
All right, guys, here's what we're going to do. We're going to hit a quick reset on the Tickety Talkety, which is not going to reset on YouTube or Twitch. It's just going to reset on TikTok, so hopefully we can maybe get some people in here. Burb, come right back. Hi, YouTubers. Don't look at whatever the shit this page is. I hate it. Okay, great. My analytics. All right. Here we go. Okay. Let's do it. Mm-hmm. All right, chat. Welcome freaking back. We back, baby. W. Alley for being first. Jojo, thank you for the follow. All right, guys. Tap the screen, share the live. I am currently in the TikTok streets looking for Trump lives. Let's see if we can find them. And hopefully we could get a few Trump supporters in here to have good faith conversations with. Which, by the way, chat, there are some current events that I would really like to touch on. So let me pull these things up real quick so that way we can have a conversation. I think these few things are really important to talk about. Let's see. Mrs. Hope, hi. We get the main account back today at like 12:30, but I won't be live afternoon today. I mean, so I might come back this evening depending on how far we hit this goal because the morning show isn't really working out all days because of Jax being home from school, so we might come back this evening after I put Jax to sleep, but I do have to be off by noon today, so that way I can take Jax to go do some things to wear him out. It is only fair. Hey, you're the best part of my mornings. I'm glad to see you. Oh, I love that. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Hey! Hey! Stop it! Everybody, calm down. Everyone, hey, let's take a breath. It was just a noise. It was just a noise. It was just an outside noise. Everything's fine. I knew as soon as I heard the, like, boom, my dogs were gonna go off. I'm quite literally addicted to MAGA hunting. I love that. What, Bubby? What? Oh, my goodness. It's so funny. All right, so let's go over some news real quick while we tap the screen, share the live. Let's get up to 10,000 taps really fast so that way we can hit the For You page, and I will go ahead and look for MAGA lives for us to get into. But I do want to go over just some little bits of news. Oh, wait, we'll get into the news in just a second. It looks like we may have an opt in the box. Hi, True. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah, I voted for Trump. I wanted to discuss the first prompt, if that's okay.
In just a moment, sure. Can I have your age for TikTok?
29.
And what state are you from?
Pennsylvania.
Beautiful. So you want to talk about it's all men till it's no men? What does it's all men till it's no men mean to you?
The way I've heard other people talk about it, it's like, even though not all men are, do bad things, like other men need to hold the bad men accountable until that as all men.
Right. Correct. That is what the movement is. Yes.
Okay, so did you feel that way before you transitioned to a woman? Like, as a trans woman, did you feel this way before as a cis man? Or
So
did you always
I
feel
was
this way?
I was never a cis man. I've birthed 2 children. I'm a woman assigned at birth and identify as a woman today. So I don't really know what that situation you're trying to bring up is. It's just a wild
thought you
claim for you to
were.
make.
No, I just thought you were a trans woman. That's all.
Well, I'm glad that you thought that. I would be the coolest trans woman you've ever met if that were so, but unfortunately, I was assigned female at birth and have been a female my entire life, and you're just making weird assumptions on the internet. So I hope you have a great day, True.
That's not weird.
All right, guys. It's just a very weak attempt at rage bait. Very weak attempt. Like, I literally have birthed 2 children. Right, I thought they could always tell, though. W accidental ally, I guess. All right, so let's go over the little bits of news that I wanted to go over. So the first thing being, right, so PepsiCo has teamed up with a company called Gatik, right? And if you guys don't know what Gatik is like an AI development that they are looking to create driverless vehicles, right? So this is one of the news stories. I just clicked on one from people who like, this is the news that like CDL drivers would look at, for example, which is why like I picked this source specifically, because this is going to affect anybody with a CDL, right? So you guys worked really, really hard to do your CDLs, to do your inspections, and now in Arizona, Arkansas, and Texas, PepsiCo has launched. Hello, Journey. That is enough. Bad. That's mine, and you can't eat it. Okay, so PepsiCo has announced a multi-year strategic partnership that stands as the largest commercial autonomous freight deployment to date. The deal brings fully driverless trucks into one of the world's most demanding consumer goods supply chains. Operations are already live across Texas, Arizona, and Arkansas. So let's pay attention to that for just a moment. Let's pay serious attention to the fact that these are 3 red states. These states voted en masse primarily for Donald Trump, who promised them things like he would protect their workforce, like he would make sure that the illegal immigrants stopped taking their jobs, right? Turns out it's not undocumented people. It's AI. And I want to remind everybody in the big, beautiful bill that was passed in 2025, we are no longer allowed to regulate AI for 10 years, chat. So this says, serving our vast network of customers requires a supply chain that is safe, reliable, and built for the future. Gatik is already operating inside our networks and brings the autonomous freight technology, commercial experience, and scale we need to strengthen service and capacity and move products more consistently for our customers. Yes, baby. Do you want to play with Glinda?
Yeah.
Here, let me open her.
It's just a toy.
I mean, it is just a toy. Mommy was just going to keep her in the box, but we don't have to keep her in the box. That's fine. You want to play with Glinda?
Yeah. I need
Glinda the Good?
And I need the play. Okay, I need the box now.
No, you don't need the box, but you could have my Glinda the Good. You could play with Glinda. Do you want to play with Stitch as well?
Yeah.
We can play together?
Yeah.
Just remember, Stitch is a space princess, and Glinda is a princess from Oz. All right. So anyway, Gatik's autonomous trucks currently serve around 250 retail locations for PepsiCo, including Walmart and Dollar General stores. The deliveries move both across both highways and surface streets, a technical distinction that matters in the autonomous vehicle space, where many competitors remain limited in interstate corridors. Driverless trucks deployed in commercial capacity, driving across highways and surface streets. That's what we're doing with PepsiCo, said Gautam Narang, CEO and co-founder of Gatik. In an interview with FreightWaves, the fact that they're adopting this as very complex supply chains is one of the proof points that autonomous trucking is mainstream. There's no driver, no observer, one remote supervisor. Yes, baby.
When we take it off, what do you do?
Just don't lose it, okay? Don't lose her wand, because then she has no magic. Glinda doesn't have magic anyway, guys. Anyway, Gatik's operation stands out with fully driver-out trucks with no safety drivers or observers in the cab. To my understanding, in the trucking space, we are the only company that can make that claim today without a driver and without an observer, Narang said. The company uses Gatik Remote Supervisors, or GRS, to provide human oversight. Mm-hmm. I need you to go play quietly, please. Can you do that? Okay. These supervisors handle high-level go, no-go decisions, but never perform remote driving or teleoperation on public roads. One person oversees multiple trucks at a time. In the medium-duty space, the Isuzu box trucks offer another operational advantage. They can back directly onto a dock, unlike tractor-trailers. These straight trucks do not require hooking or unhooking a trailer. Within a 14-hour window, a truck driver can drive for 11 of those 14 hours before having to take a mandatory break. Okay? So then at this point, these trucks don't have to do that. These trucks get charged as they are being loaded and unloaded and can operate for a full 24 hours. So for all of the CDL drivers in America who voted for Donald Trump because they thought undocumented people were taking their jobs, I would like to hear from you. I would like to hear how white woman. I don't know why it would matter if I was. Is this like the weird new insult? You think I'm gonna be upset that like you're calling me trans? Like, is that... is this gonna be the new insult? Like, from the opposition? How does it feel? Did you feel this way when you were born a man? Like, but I wasn't. This Twitch stream went down. Let me check that out. Give me just a second. No, that's not what I wanted. I don't know how to fix it. Says I'm still live. Over here. Yeah. What? Tortilla, my window says I'm still live. Last guest made a new account to be irrelevant. It's just wild. Here, so why don't you come up and tell me why? Oh, that's a brand new... Okay, I'm just going to revoke your First Amendment because you're being weird. The e-log system keeps drivers safe. It makes it to where drivers can't push past their own limits and go for days at a time. Like, you're good, Tortilla. You're fine. Okay, so the second bit of news that I wanted to go over. So there was so the U.S. did launch a new strike on Iran in response to the downing of a helicopter. Okay, so an American helicopter went down over the Strait of Hormuz, and its two pilots were rescued safely by drone boat. The U.S. military said Tuesday, sparking new American attacks on Iran in retaliation by Tehran against U.S. bases across the Middle East. U.S. Central Command, known as CENTCOM, forces began launching self-defense strikes against Iran at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today at the Commander-in-Chief's direction, in response to yesterday's downing of a U.S. Army Apache helicopter. The mission is a proportional response to unjustified Iranian aggression, CENTCOM wrote on X. Shortly after 9 p.m., it said the retaliatory strikes were over. Earlier, President Donald Trump said that Iran had shot down the American military helicopter while it was patrolling over the Strait of Hormuz and that the U.S. would respond to this attack. The Iranians shot down one of our highly sophisticated Apache helicopters while patrolling over the Strait of Hormuz, the president said on Truth Social, adding that he had been briefed by the military on the situation. There were 2 pilots involved. Both are safe and uninjured, Trump said. Nevertheless, the United States must, of necessity, respond to this attack. So we could call this a retaliatory attack all that we want to, because at the end of the day, like, the Apache helicopter did go down, and the U.S. responded to that. But we should not forget that this entire situation started because we started a conflict with them February 28th. Thank you, EB, for the follow. I appreciate that. February 28th is when Israel finally convinced the President of the United States that we needed to bomb Iran because of weapons of mass destruction. Iran could not have a nuclear weapon, although Tulsi Gabbard, our intelligence, was telling us they were nowhere near close having a nuclear weapon. And you could argue that they were enriching uranium up to 60% all day long till you're blue in the face. They would not have been able to do that if Donald Trump had not pulled us out of the JCPOA to begin with. All roads lead to Trump on this situation. And I think we need to acknowledge that. I think we need to remember that. And I think that everybody who is active duty service, who has family who is active duty service, needs to stay safe and just remember who put you in this situation. Why is it always Republicans? Because the last time a 20-year war was started over weapons of mass destruction, who was president? Chat, do you remember? Can you type in the chat who was president? Guys, you're doing great on the tapping. We're at 15K likes and we've been live for 16 minutes. Let's keep it up. Bush. George W. Bush. That is correct. George W. Bush, who is a Republican. I think it's disingenuous to sit here and say things like, we fund the military $1 trillion a year. Let's show them why we can't have universal health care, while advocating for the party that is putting us in this situation to begin with, when in reality, everybody should just have health care. Let's stop being the world police and let's start focusing on the constituents of America. Let's actually put America first, right? Which means everybody has health care. We stop policing women's bodies, for example, right? We do things like fund social programs that would make women and men who are single parents feel safer in raising their children. I don't understand why this is such an insane argument. I would actually argue that the only country that doesn't deserve to have nuclear weaponry is the one country that's used it, which would be us. We are the only country in the world that has ever dropped a nuke. Why are we allowed to have them? Yes, Finn. Bush Jr. was during 9/11, yes. And that's when the 20-year war in the Middle East started. So, yeah. I don't think. I am looking for some Trump lives, guys. If you guys want to send me Trump lives, join the Discord. I actually have a space in the Discord specifically called MAGA Hunting. You guys can post Trump lives there. Let's see if anyone has posted it. Where is it? Hold on a second. Burb's back. Welcome back, Burb.
Hi.
Hi, we were
Sorry,
just
I was
going
in the
over
wrong
current events. How do you feel about PepsiCo launching 4 driverless trucks in states like Arizona, Arkansas, and Texas?
So here's the thing. You all know, like, I'm at it, and I'm in a weird spot when it comes to anything automated, anything AI. Like, I realize we're at a point, right, where the genie's out of the bottle, the toothpaste out of the tube, right? Technology is going to technology, so we can't stop it at this point. Like, it's not a thing it's not a realistic goal to be like end AI, end automated trucks, and end automated shit. We have to shift to policy support, which is how do we make sure that these things get used ethically? How do we make sure that these things get used in a way that isn't a detriment to the working class, right? Because we can't unfire the shots that have been fired when it comes to AI. We can't unfire the shots that have been fired when it comes to automated vehicles. We have to redirect our efforts because it's too late. It's like being against the car after the Model T factory opens.
Mm-hmm. Which I absolutely agree, right? But like, I think it's also important to continue to point out that any regulation that is going to be unable to be done concerning these things to save people to be like in their jobs is going to be because of Donald Trump. Because in the big beautiful bill, he made it against the law to regulate AI for 10 years.
Correct. That's where it gets weird. Now, mind you, if we win the midterms and we get control of House and Senate, we could just be like, no, we're writing a bill that says, fuck you, we do what we want.
Right. Which is why it's important. Get out and vote. Vote early, vote often. Check your voter registration, right? Because a lot of primaries are coming to an end, and you need to be registered by a specific time in order to be able to vote in your primaries in November. So don't be one of those people that did not check their registration, find out you're not registered, and you're unable to register in November.
That's the overall linchpin to everything, too, because people get hung up on like HR1. People get hung up on like bills that have passed, and they're like, it's a 10-year bill. No bill is truly a 10-year bill. Not a thing, because the controlling party at any point can just introduce a bill that goes, we said that bill was 10 years. We've decided otherwise.
Right. It's harder to do things like change like the tax plans that you come up with every like 10-ish years, because that has to be done through like budget reconciliation and things, and it just gets a little more muddied in the water, but it doesn't mean it can't be done. It's not an end-all be-all.
And mechanically, anybody can just propose a new budget reconciliation whenever the fuck they want.
Right.
It can be proposed at any point.
Right. It just gets a little more complex than like just writing a piece of legislation and voting on it. All right, guys. Make sure you're tapping the screen, sharing the live, doing all the good things. I want you guys to know that after that live I was in with RJ this morning, I can't remember the lady's name. Her name was Jess something. The host, seemed to be very reasonable up until her mods started saying things like, I'm a racist, and she just left them there. That's when RJ and I left. But little flop Maddie called me out in my own Discord and said, at Hayema, I blame you. Ma'am, that's just your internalized misogyny. Come over and let's deconstruct. Like, what do you mean you blame me? Like, and not the man that was there. Blame RJ. RJ's the one who got me there. What do I do if I'm registered to vote as a Republican? How do I change it? So MLH, like, that really is only concerning, like, that's only concerning your primaries, right? So basically, if you went and you voted in your primaries, you would be voting for what shade of red you want to be on your ballot. In November, it's going to have everybody on the ballot. Republican, Democrat, Independent, like, et cetera, et cetera. So, like, you can go to your local, your federal board of elections and change it, but really that's only concerning like your primary vote. Instead of voting for your favorite shade of blue that's going to represent you on the ticket, you're voting for your favorite shade of red. So that's all that is. Please tie my shoes. How did you get unblocked, Ty? How? Ty, I haven't spoken to you in like over a year, brother, and we're just going to keep it that way. We are just going to keep it that way. Earl, we were talking about the 4 automated trucks by PepsiCo that have been launched in Arkansas, Texas, and Arizona. They are completely driverless trucks. I think it's kind of karmic that these are 3 red states where you know for a fact these men and women who drive trucks were saying things like, we just don't want the immigrants taking our jobs. And now it turns out you don't need a person to take your job. Brainwash for young girls like you, huh? What does that mean, Papa Smurf? Why don't you come on up and have a conversation instead of barking in the chat? Big D, you can have an invite as well. Oh, hailstorm. I'm glad you're safe, Earl. That's crazy.
Dude, admin in my office is so wild. They just sent me this big appeal alert, and you want to know what the instructions on the appeal alert are? Client withdrew appeal, no action needed. Why did you need to fucking send me that email then? You just sent me an email to tell me not to worry about anything.
Big D says, I don't play lib games. So, Big D, you got your First Amendment revoked until you get the fallopian fortitude to come talk to me.
I will continue to not touch the case I was already not touching. Thank you for the update.
Mark says, President Trump just outlawed Pride Month. Well, he can't do that, Mark. Why don't you come on up and have a conversation? You got an invitation. Secret Ariat, I'm glad you're back. Crow, I don't know if you were here for that. Secretariat went into a live yesterday, and they were like, Secret Ariat, you're blocked. So they changed their backup account to Public Ariat, which just gives me a fucking giggle.
Emma, I'm going to send you a Daily Beast article just because I want you to read the headline because it's going to make you cackle.
Oh, W. Fetch. Taxpaying American will not let me back up because when I went up on his panel, I was like, hey, man, how are you? He was like, I'm great. How are you? And I was like, well, I'm 11 foot 3 inches taller than Charlie Kirk today, so I'm doing pretty all right. And he will never talk to me again. Trump kicks off Pride Month by... Wait. Girl, what is this? Hold on. President Donald Trump marked his first. Here, let me just put this in the screen. What
Oh, you need to read the whole fucking headline to
I'm
the
about
chat. All right, don't you fucking skip that headline. It's amazing. It's a 10 out of 10 headline.
Trump kicks off Pride Month by thirsting over a burly stranger. Let's listen in.
When you book with Corporate Traveler, booking is quick and help is fast. So you nail every big meeting and sign your dream partner. Your success breaks the internet and you win a trophy the size of a giraffe. All right, maybe not the size of a giraffe.
I really don't care. Okay,
The start.
Very quickly, but as they say in the farming business, we had to take care of business. Look at this guy over here. I don't know who the hell he is, but he is one hell of a specimen, I can tell you. This is one hell of a physical specimen. I thought I was big until I met you, Joe, you know? You're fantastic. That's what I like. Anyway, I just want to let you all know that I'm thrilled to be here at Custer Farms, and Ken and his family, they're amazing.
So last year for Pride, we got the big gay breakup between Elon Musk and Donald Trump. And now for Pride, we have Donald Trump hitting on this beautiful specimen. Is that what he said? Something specimen? Look at this guy over here. I don't know who the hell he is, but he is one hell of a specimen, I can tell you.
Vice did a whole compilation on his repeated times he does this, so I just sent that to you too because it's amazing. It's a work of art.
You know what, John M? I agree. I love a good coming out story. Very brave, Donald. Very brave.
Like, while we wait for Ops, just play the video I just sent you because it's chef's kiss.
Here we go. Hold on, I gotta peel whatever this is. Skip.
Look at the size of that guy. Man.
He is a massive guy. This big, powerful guy. This guy is a monster. A giant of a man.
One really large person.
I've seen a lot of people over the years. Big people.
You know, I have a friend, big guy, one of the biggest in the world.
This big, strong friend of mine who weighed like 250 then, which 250 then is big. That's like 310 now, right? This was a long time ago. It's a lot of big people I'm standing next to.
That's some big people behind me. Boy, they're big.
Big guy.
Big guy.
Big guy.
He's your big guy in town, folks.
Big guy. Strong, tough. Strong man, big, tough guy.
This is a big, tough guy. A very, very powerful guy. Big, strong guy.
Big, strong guy.
Big, strong guy.
This big, strong guy comes to me.
He's big, he's strong.
A couple of big, strong guys. Big, strong guys.
Big, strong guys. Big, strong guy here.
Big, strong guys up here. Big, strong, powerful guys. Big, strong, beautiful guys.
Beautiful guy.
Oh my god, okay, we get it, Trump. You love big, strong, beautiful guys, and for that, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, Donald Trump. Can we get some W Trumps in the chat? Rachel, I invited you up to come have a conversation. Rachel in the chat says, I'm stuck between parties. The last admin really pushed me away from the left, and now we got orange. Rachel, I would actually love to have a conversation with you. So if you would come up and have a conversation, that'd be great. Sounds like he's reading his Google search history. Whoever made that compilation is like, chef's kiss. Chef's kiss, because that's just funny. I love a good laugh, you know? Not raw freaky entering the chat. Emma, I don't know how you don't see it's Trump and Lindsay forever. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh my god, that was a piece of lint. The way I thought there was a bug on me, chat. My heart, Is that why he acted like a lost puppy around Mom Donnie? He loves him some big, strong guys. I mean, to be fair, let's be so for real, chat. Donald Trump looked at Mom Donnie the way that all of us would look at Mom Donnie if we were that close to that man in a room. I don't care who you are. Man, woman, non-binary, black, white, indifferent. Mom Donnie's hot. Like, Mom Donnie is a smoke show of a human. And he does things like work hard and balances a $13 billion deficit in 5 months. Right. Like, I mean, I'm straight, but right. I'm happily married, but Just say it. Just say it, Jeff.
I'm saying the man looks at Mom Dommy the way you all see me look at Randy all the fucking time.
That's so serious. All right, let's see. We are looking for some lives, guys. All anyone wants to talk about today is the Carmelo Anthony trial, and I'm like, dude, this is just a sad thing that fucking happened. Like, these are children we're talking about. Dude, his wife is his wife's also stunning. Absolutely. His wife is also a smoke show. They're gonna make beautiful babies one day. And to be fair, chat, I still have not looked into anything concerning the Carmelo Anthony Austin, I think Metcalf, is it, case? Haven't looked into any of it because it just makes me sad that these are children. I can't do it. There's too much happening in the world. I can't take that on right now. Crow has always told me, since Donald Trump got elected, to only take on what I can handle, and if something comes up that I just cannot handle, it's okay to just ignore it. It's okay to just be like, you know what, not right now.
No is a complete answer.
No, absolutely. Slayer, that as well. That as well. I think they're trying to make it a race war. I think this is just going to be a sad thing across the board, and I don't like it. It
And
gives me the...
I don't even just mean that with the news. I mean that with all things. Like I remember one night I was sitting there playing video store simulator on Steam. I fucking love that game. And I was in a fucking panel, and Nikki's like, Crow, can you do some design work? And I just unmute and I went, no. And then I realized I just no. And then I went back on mute, and then I felt bad. I'm like, wait. I realized that was a bit firm. And she's like, no is a complete answer. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, Nikki's like, that's fine, bro. Like,
I'm like, I was just saying, I'm in a vibe right now, running my fake video store. I'm in a vibe. She's like, you don't need to explain. No is a complete answer.
right, guys, we are struggling to find some Trump lives right now. Let me log into Blue Wave Babe and see if maybe we have better luck there. Let's see. Choo. Let's see. Where are, like, it's like the Trump lives that I'm finding. This is the backup, Gideon. I get my main account back at about 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'm finding MAGA lives, but they're all like 20 coins to join, and I'm like, I'm not paying you to join a TikTok panel. Like, what do people do that? Is that a thing people do? AI viewers? No, thank you. I don't want AI viewers. Oh, I forgot you guys can see when I get violations over on YouTube and Twitch because I'm window capturing live studio. Tortilla said, oh, TikTok hates the clips. It sure did. TikTok sure did hate the clips. Apparently Slayer, like there's like Temu, I don't know, Driver, I think is his name, is like, send a donut to be able to join. There was another live yesterday as well that was like 20 coins to be able to join the panel. It's just 20 pennies, chat. And I'm just like, what are we doing? But yet, if you go ask Lady America and her little crony Slayer, I'm a grifter. I'm a grifter because I'm honest in saying that my daily goal does things like feed my child. Which is wild, right? Because at the end of the day, I thought they were the party of protecting children, but they see a mom struggling to stay afloat, and they're like, grifter, get a job. What am I supposed to do with him while I'm working? What? Do I just leave out a bowl of milk and like go to work? Right. I also thought they were on the side of capitalism. Like, make it make sense. They're like, we love capitalism as long as it's not the liberals. And what's crazy is, right, Miss Lady America, who was like the number one person like perpetrating this on the internet, will host her own lives with her gifts on. I mean, I could just leave out a bowl of milk and tell Raymond to watch him. Like, you know, according to J.D. Vance, the grandparents are supposed to pull their weight. So, like, Dad, get it together. Watch your fucking grandkid. What are we doing? Weird behavior. Right. The struggle out here is so fucking real. Like, it's so real. I'm looking for remote work. I'm trying to make it work, but it's like, shit's hard right now, man. Raymond's got this, Emma. What do you mean? Not making Dad babysit, let him retire. I mean, honestly, he retired too hard. Let's be so for real. He retired way too hard. It wasn't that serious. He retired from life, literally. Dad, Gub says hi. He's not very talkative these days, Gubs, so don't take it personally if he doesn't respond. I'm looking for the Trump lives, guys. I don't know where they are. Trumpers, where are you at? Where are you at, Trump supporters? What is happening? What are we doing? All right, we may have found something. I'm not sure what it is. It's not great, but maybe it's something. All right, let's listen in for a moment, shall we?
Yeah, we had an idiot that fucking derailed the whole thing. You can bring it back to the prompt if you'd like.
No, I think I've said pretty much. I don't have too much to say about that. I've said everything that I pretty much have to say about it. I mean, the protesting is the protesting. It's what Democrats do. It is what it is.
Nigger.
Thanks. That's original.
Yeah, that's real original.
What else? Get it all out there. Say the F words. Just get it out of your system for the day. Come on.
Hello.
I can help you with that.
Hello. How are you?
I am well. How are you?
Crazy when people do
Hello.
Hello.
So the prompt's a little confusing because Democrats aren't the only people who protest. There was actually a Pride event shut down, I believe, in South Carolina just the other day because of Trump supporters protesting Pride. There was actually a Pride event shut down, I believe, in South Carolina just the other day because of Trump supporters protesting. Yeah, they don't like gay people.
Okay.
Did the Pride people have a message?
They have a clear message.
Yeah, they're proud of who they are. Yeah, they don't like gay people.
Okay. What good does that do for the country?
Yeah, why shouldn't people be able to celebrate the fact that they have human rights because they fought for them?
What good does that do for the country?
Human rights.
Well, why shouldn't people be able to celebrate the fact that they have human rights because they fought for them?
Where can I find those in the Constitution?
Human rights are just rights that we all have as people, right? For existing. Like, we all have a right to life.
Well, people, according to the Constitution,
So human rights are just rights that we all have as that's people, not true, right? For existing. Like, we all have a right to life. The 14th Amendment, for example.
Right. That's why I'm talking about
Not always. That's not true.
Because the 14th Amendment is
the 14th Amendment, for example.
Right. That's why I'm people.
Spoiler alert, there's a lot of stuff not in the Constitution.
Spoiler alert, there's a lot of stuff not in the Constitution that you're going to find
can I finish a
implemented
sentence?
in this country.
I'm aware.
Can I finish a
That's why we
sentence?
need to get to the
So,
Constitution.
like Fifth Amendment, right, where it says
Go
no
ahead.
person shall be held to answer for a capital or otherwise infamous crime, right? That's not only for citizens. So that means anybody. Again, you just said I could finish a sentence, and you're not allowing me to finish a sentence. But you said the Constitution is only for citizens.
You said the
That's what you said.
Constitution is only for citizens.
No, it isn't.
Do you understand what a person is?
Where does it say citizen in the amendments of the
Do you
Constitution?
understand what a person is in the
Where does
Constitution?
it say citizen in the
14th, let's
amendments of
see.
the Constitution?
14th.
Yeah, it says they are citizens. All persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States.
No, it doesn't.
And subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States.
Right. But person in the Constitution
Sir,
also
what?
embody fucking corporations.
Where does it say that?
Sir, what?
Where does it say that?
Corporations have rights as a person.
Or you could just tell me where in the Constitution it says that.
Or you can just tell me where in the Constitution it
Sure.
says.
I would like you to back up your claim that you made. Sure.
If you would like.
Sure. I would like you to back up your claim.
Who's being condescending for asking you to back up what you said?
On my live.
I will. Who's being condescending for asking you to back up what you said?
I will. Give me a second.
I think where he's going with that is the interpretation of the word person. I think it's been well
I think where he's
established
going with that is the
currently we
interpretation of the word
recognize,
person. I think it's
corporations
been
as a
well
legal
established
entity
that
or
currently we
Well, that's because of
recognize,
Citizens United, but that's not in the
corporation as a legal
Constitution
entity or
itself.
person.
But that's not in
Yeah,
the
that's because of
Constitution.
Citizens United.
But you are making a claim. Again, you have to let me finish a sentence, man.
But you are making a claim.
You've interrupted me every single time I've attempted to speak. Make it 3 words or less?
I've attempted to speak.
Just quicker.
How am I supposed to do that?
So make it 3 words or less?
You don't even give me 1
How am I
minute.
supposed to
You
do
give
that?
me literally 10 seconds and then you interrupt me.
You don't even give me 1 minute. You give me literally 10 seconds and then you interrupt me.
So the Democratic Party are the ones advocating to overturn Citizens United. What are the Republicans?
Are the ones advocating?
What are the Republicans doing to overturn Citizens United?
What are the Republicans? What are the Republicans?
But the Democrats are fighting to overturn Citizens United. So if you're upset that corporations have personhood,
But the Democrats
you would
are
actually
fighting to
vote for the
overturn
left.
Citizens United. So if you're upset that
Then why did you bring it up?
corporations have personhood, you would actually vote for the left.
You don't know
Then why did you bring it up?
I don't care to know you. I'm asking why you brought it up. Why did you bring it up?
I don't care to know you. I'm asking why you brought it up.
That persons or corporations?
Why did you bring it up?
Yes, why did you bring it up?
The persons
That persons or corporations.
have person rights?
Yes, why did you bring it up?
So you're saying because of the 14th Amendment that if a corporation is born in America,
So
it's a citizen?
you're saying because of the 14th Amendment that if a corporation is born
That's
in
my
America,
point.
it's a citizen?
You're an idiot.
No, you're an idiot.
That's my point.
I was talking about how persons and people in the Constitution are citizens. Persons in the Constitution is anybody within the confines of America, and you brought up corporations like a pool noodle.
Is anybody within the confines of America, and you brought up
Yeah,
corporations like a
okay,
pool noodle.
yeah. This is a low IQ live. Have a great day, guys. Say hi to the stream.
This is a low IQ live. Have a great day, guys.
It's not my fault
Say
you
hi
don't
to the
understand.
stream.
Go fuck yourself, you fucking little twat.
What the fuck was that?
That was
He
what's her
doesn't
name?
understand the word person in the Constitution, and it's my fucking fault.
Crow.
That was
Am I being
Emma.
gaslit right now?
She came on one of her many accounts. She's cool though.
Emma?
I like her. Yeah,
Cut.
that's her main
I know
account.
who she is. I see her on RJ's lives all the time.
That's her. I recognize her voice.
Yeah.
She makes.
So for the record, chat, he tried to say. Okay, hold on. Let me grasp my bearings here. So we were talking about constitutional rights, and he said, "Where are human rights in the Constitution?" I said, human rights are just rights that you have for like being a human. Like we all have rights to life, for example. And he said something about how it's only citizens. And I was like, yet the 14th Amendment talks about persons. So then he was like, yeah, because people and persons are two different things in the Constitution. And I agree with that. But then when I brought it up, he was like, and corporations are persons according to the Constitution. And then wanted to say that I didn't understand what people and persons are because I said, so are you saying when corporations are created in America, that they're born in America and therefore citizens. And he was like, how could a corporation be born? And I was like, that's my whole point. What are we... Hello? Are we okay? Are we cooked, chat? Welcome back, Samantha. Are we cooked? Like, it wasn't me. It wasn't me that was confused. It was him. Fairly certain. But how did we devolve from Democrats aren't the only people who protest to arguing about who is considered a citizen according to the Constitution? Like, what? I'm very confused. All right, guys, we're only going to be live for about 30-ish more minutes, like 40-ish more minutes. So if we could knock down some more of this gold, that would be immensely helpful. It helps me keep the stream coming to you guys every single day. All right, let me see. All right, let's go ahead and take this down. So hopefully we can get some people in the box here. Good, and even 73 roses now. That's so funny. Midwest, thank you for the $1.13. Happy birthday to corporations, I guess. I guess. Happy birthday, Walmart. Guys, we do the dollar and change train for change, which is where you guys send me $1 and your favorite change, your favorite odd or round number, and watch me suffer as I attempt to do math. Because I hate math. I don't know about y'all, but I hate math. Crystal just collecting restrictions like Pokemon. She always does. Always. She just be collecting those Vios. Collecting those Vios. But also, can we just take a moment to point out, chat, that Enzo is still nowhere to be found? Let's see if he's responded to my message on my main account. Let's see. Oh, this is the wrong account. I was like, where the heck are our messages? Nope. Still no response from Enzo. What did Professor Pat send me now? Yeah, so no response from little Enzo as of yet, chat. No update to give from little Enzo. Enzo diss track? Question mark? I mean, I ain't mad at it. If an Enzo diss track came up, I wouldn't be mad at it. Guys, if you're a Trump supporter, please request up. You are the Tarjay audience of the day. We want to talk to you. Mikey's like, hell yeah, I got this. Mikey's in the chat. We are looking for some Trump lives. I guess we talked to this guy the other day, but maybe it'll be okay. I don't know. All right, let's listen in for a moment.
They got kids, and you know, I'm in college and all that. So,
so what happens when they get old and then they can't collect Social Security or anything, retirement, nothing, and then they're fucked, and then you have to sit there and take care of them?
are you talking about?
No, I believe in a pathway, because they're not felons or criminals.
So if they can't get citizenship, and you believe in a pathway, then the pathway is there. But I'm literally, it's real life though. When they get old, there's no security net for them like an American citizen.
Well, that sucks.
Well,
you would rather
that
them,
sucks.
and their old age be
So
fucked.
you would rather them,
That's
and
what
their
they want.
old
That's
age
what
be fucked.
I mean. That's what the Republicans want. Or
So why
that's
don't
what
we
Americans
create
want.
genuine
They want them
pathways to
paying
citizenship
taxes and
then?
not getting any benefits.
There are.
Well, no, not really, right? The current pathways to citizenship cost tens of thousands of dollars and take 20 plus years, and there's no guarantee at that point that you'll become a naturalized citizen. We actually incentivize people to come over here illegally.
Right? The current pathways to citizenship cost tens of thousands of dollars and take 20 plus years, and there's no guarantee at that point that you'll become a naturalized citizen. We actually incentivize people to come over here illegally.
There are multiple ways of becoming a U.S. citizen. There's even the option of going through the military.
So other than the military, can you name one?
You want to send my
There are
parents
multiple
to the
ways of
military?
becoming a U.S. citizen.
But also, that's not totally true, right? Because we deported a veteran who fought for us in the military. He self-deported, actually, according to Christy Nome.
That's not totally true, right?
Right, but why wasn't he a citizen since he served in the military?
A veteran who fought for us in the military. He self-deported, actually, according to Christy Nome.
He self-deported.
Right, but why wasn't he a citizen since he served in the military?
Well, this man just said that citizenship given to you
It's
by
on
the
him.
military, so why wasn't he a citizen?
Oh, go ahead.
You have to pursue that yourself.
Well, this man just said that citizenship gets given to you by the military, so why wasn't he a citizen?
I didn't say it's just automatically given. I'm just saying it's a
Right, but you didn't give
pathway.
me a pathway that
What you were
guarantees
asking for to begin with was a
because
pathway,
like that man
and I
that you
presented
know,
one.
self-deported, did he become a citizen?
Right, but you didn't give me a pathway that guarantees citizenship because, like that man that you know, self-deported, did he become a citizen?
No reason to self-deport if he was a naturalized citizen.
I can't recall off the top of my head.
The answer is no. He did not become a naturalized citizen, which is why he's self-deported. He would have no reason to self-deport if he was a naturalized citizen. So.
Well, he self-deported because he had a criminal charge.
What was his criminal charge, since you know so much about it?
If I remember right, it was a rug charge.
So is that enough to deport a person who served in our military, got PTSD, and God knows what else for fighting for our rights to
He had
freedom?
PTSD.
On average, how many veterans have PTSD?
More of them than not have
He's saying that every single veteran has PTSD.
More of them than not have PTSD.
But does every single veteran have PTSD?
More of them than not have PTSD.
Does every single veteran have PTSD? Yes
That
or
was never my
no?
claim. That was never my claim.
Yes or no? I never
That
said
was
it was
never
a
my
claim.
claim.
I
That's
never said it
your-
was a claim.
But you're
I
trying
never
to make
said it
me
was-
answer as if I claimed
never
that.
said it was your claim. I'm
trying to
asking
make
you a
me answer.
question. I'm asking you a question. Is every single veteran come back with PTSD? Yes or no?
That's enough. Hold on, everybody.
I never said that, so why would I answer that question?
Zero, can we talk about the corruption? About how his sons are billionaires, but before they were they're doing that thing where you get paid so they can say happy birthday to you.
That's nonsense, and it's kind of sad that Emma can't, with all of her followers, she can't answer a simple yes or no question. I mean, when I had Harry Sisson up on here, he did the same thing and wouldn't stay at the topic and stay on point and actually have a conversation. He got cooked too as well.
Okay, well, can we talk about the economy or gas prices? We basically have had.
But that's the man that we're talking about. Hold on.
So
that's the man specifically. That's the man specifically that we're talking about, and you're trying to take what I said and broaden it and say that I said every veteran has PTSD. Did I say that?
You said that he had PTSD.
That's the man
because it's been reported on. It's been reported on. It's been reported on. He has said this himself. That is how I know.
You claimed that he had PTSD. You claimed that he had PTSD. So how do you know?
Absolutely. 1 second.
He has said this himself. That is how I know.
Okay, can you show me some proof on that?
Absolutely. 1 second.
Get down. Hey.
Bro, you're commenting with a named user.
Get down now.
Bro, you're commenting with the
0
name
followers.
user.
Is NPR good for you?
Get muted.
I can care less where it comes from.
Okay, for 55-year-old U.S. Army veteran Sejun Park,
As long as it's not AI overview.
this was the hardest moment of his life, not getting shot in combat.
I can care less where it comes from.
Okay, here.
Okay, for 55-year-old U.S. Army
Not
veteran
AI
Sejun
overview, it's
Park,
NPR.
Not AI overview.
This was the
Purple
hardest
Heart
moment
Army
of his
veteran
life,
self-supports
not
after
getting
nearly
shot in
50 years in the
combat.
U.S. For 55-year-old U.S. Army veteran Sejun Park, this was the hardest moment of his life, not getting shot in combat, not the years battling post-traumatic stress disorder. For 55-year-old U.S. Army veteran Sejun Park, this was the hardest Zero.
moment of his life, not getting shot in combat, not the years battling post-traumatic stress
Was it that hard
disorder.
to show that what I asked for initially? Was it that hard?
You never asked for this. You're lying. I have it recorded.
I don't care if you have recorded.
Is it that hard to show that
he has
that
PTSD?
what I asked
I
for
have it
initially
recorded
was
as
that
well.
hard?
Right.
And then you went on a tangent.
I didn't go on a tangent.
Because
I don't care if you have recorded. I asked you, how do you know that he has PTSD?
I never said every veteran comes back with PTSD, so that's a weird hole you're trying to put me in. Because that was never a claim that I made.
Come back with PTSD.
You don't understand how an adult conversation works.
No, I very much understand you're trying to ask me a yes or no question to like corner me when I never made the claim that all veterans have PTSD. That was never the claim. Why did this man who got a Purple Heart for his service in the military, who spent 50 years in America, why did he not receive citizenship?
Stop getting defensive. Stop getting defensive.
It's on him. That's wild.
Heart for his service in the military. He spent 50 years in America. Why did he not
Because the
receive
pathways to citizenship are extremely limited, and we need to reform immigration and create genuine pathways to citizenship instead of incentivizing people to come to the country undocumented.
Limited, and we need
What,
to
Jackson?
reform immigration and create genuine pathways to citizenship instead of incentivizing people to come to the country undocumented.
How is it bad behavior? What crimes have they committed? If they have not committed crimes, right?
Okay, so what are we supposed to do? Just give them all mass amnesty and reward bad behavior?
They have paid into the tax
How is it bad
system
behavior? What
and
crimes have they
community
committed? If they have not committed
and have done the
crimes,
right thing.
right? They should absolutely be able to remain in a country that they have paid into the tax system for, become pillars of their community in, and have done the right thing.
So again, in order
What do you
So
mean?
breaking into our country illegally, coming across here illegally, not coming to the border of entry,
in order for
and
that to
taking
be
asylum the proper
you
way.
would have to round up
That
every
is
person who
that is
improperly
literally
came
bad
across the border
behavior, not
and
doing it the right way.
prosecute them for a
In order
crime
for
and
that to be
convict
true,
them of said crime.
you would have to round
You
up every
voted
person who
for a
improperly
felon.
came
You
across the border
rewarded his
and
bad
prosecute
behavior
them for
by
a crime
making him
and
the
convict
top
them of said
honcho
crime.
in the country.
You voted for a felon. You rewarded his bad behavior by making
They
him the
can't be charged with a crime
top
under
honcho in
a
the
U.S.
country.
code or not
Wait, how do you go and do that when they are charged civilly? How do you convict somebody when they're charged civilly?
This is not in lieu of potential criminal charges in jail.
Not 11.
You absolutely can criminally charge
says this.
people
This
for
is
doing
in
that.
lieu of.
You guys are
This is
so
not in lieu of
disingenuous
potential
in
criminal
reading the
charges in
law
jail.
and following
You
the law.
absolutely
You
can
charge them
criminally
criminally.
charge people for
You
doing it.
absolutely can. Why
You guys
does it
are
say,
so
pull up a U.S.
disingenuous
code
in
13?
They
reading
are
the
charged
law
civilly.
and following the law. You can
You have a
charge
computer,
them
right?
criminally.
Well, it's your claim.
You
Okay,
absolutely
here,
can.
fine.
Why
8
does it
USC
say, pull up 8 US
1325.
code
This is so
1325?
dumb. Improper entry by an
You have a
alien.
computer, right?
Civil penalties under this
8
subsection
USC
are in addition to and not in lieu of any criminal or other civil penalties that may be imposed. So can you charge them with a criminal
In
act?
addition to and not in lieu of any criminal or other civil penalties that may
The
be
second
imposed.
re-entry
So
is a
can
felony.
you charge them with a criminal
Which would be a criminal act, correct?
Yes, but the first time they
So why are you not answering my question? Can you charge them with a criminal act?
The first time that they come
Yes,
here.
but the first time they come here.
Why are you not
It literally says
First time they come here
the
is
penalties for this
the first time that
are
they come
1,
here,
at least
how can you charge
50
them
and not more
criminal?
than $250 for each such entry or attempted entry, or 2,
the
twice the amount
penalties for
specified in
this
paragraph 1 in the case of an
are
alien who has
1,
been
at
previously
least
subject
50
to a
and not
civil
more than
penalty under this
$250 for
subsection,
each such entry or attempted entry,
or
2,
civil penalties under
twice
this
the amount
subsection are in
specified in
addition to
paragraph
and not
1
in lieu of
of the
any
case of an
criminal or
alien who
civil
has been
civil
previously
penalties that may be
subject to a
imposed. It
civil
says right
penalty
here under Title 18.
or civil penalties under
Let's
this
see.
subsection are in addition to
For
and not
be willfully false or misleading representation or the willful concealment of a material fact shall, for the first commission of any such offense, be fined under Title 18 or imprisoned not more than 6 months. In order to imprison a person for 6 months, they would have to be charged with what?
Title 18 or imprisoned not more than 6
The answer is not
months.
civil.
In order to imprison a person for 6 months, they would have
You
to be
can't
charged with
imprison
what?
people on civil penalties.
The answer is not civil.
I mean, also, if they commit a crime while they're in here, yes.
You can't imprison
Well, that's
people
not
on
what this
civil
law
penalties.
says. The law says, and I will read the entire thing.
And also, if they commit a
Any
crime while they're
alien
in
who,
here,
one,
yes, they're gonna be
enters
charged.
or
But that's
attempts
not
to
what this
enter
law
the
says.
United
The
States
law
at
says,
any time or
and I
place
will read the
other than is
entire thing.
designated by immigration
Any
officers,
alien
or
who,
2,
one,
eludes
enters or
examination
attempts to
or
enter
inspection
the
by
United
immigration
States at
officers,
any
or
time or
3,
place other than is
attempts to
designated
enter
by
or
immigration
obtains entry to
officers,
the
or
United
2,
States by willfully
eludes
false or misleading
examination or
representation
inspection
or
by
the willful
immigration
concealment
officers,
of a
or
material
3,
fact
attempts
shall,
to
for the
enter or
first
obtains entry to the
commission
United States by
of
willfully
any
false
such
or
offense,
misleading representation
be
or the
fined
willful
under Title
concealment of a
18,
material fact
or
shall, for the first
imprisoned
commission
not more than 6
of any
months,
such
6
offense,
months,
be
or
fined under Title
both.
18, or
And for a subsequent commission
imprisoned
of any
not more
such
than
offense,
6
be
months,
fined under
6
Title
months,
18,
or
or
both.
imprisoned not more than 2 years,
And for
or
a
both.
subsequent commission
So on
of
the
any such
first
offense, be
commission
fined
of
under
this
Title
offense,
18,
can
or
we
imprisoned
criminally
not more than 2
charge
years.
them?
So on the first commission of this offense, can we criminally charge them?
I just read it.
I just got in here. What are we complaining about today?
I just read it.
We're not complaining. We're trying to learn about the law. His thing is that we should not
We're not
grant
complaining. We're
mass
trying to
amnesty
learn
to
about
people
the
who
law.
have not
He's-
committed
so his-
any
his-
violent
his
crimes to
thing
this
is
country because they
that we should
improperly
not
came into the
grant,
country to begin
mass
with.
amnesty to
And I
people
said,
who
in order
have
to prove that they
committed,
illegally
any
came into the
violent
country,
crimes
you would have to
in
then
this country
prosecute them and charge them with a crime and convict them of said crime.
And I said, in order to
And he
prove that
said,
they
you
illegally
can't
came
because
into
it's
the
a civil
country, you have to
penalty. And
then
I said,
prosecute
according to
them
the
and charge them
law,
with a
it's
crime
not
and
just a
convict
civil
them of
penalty.
said
They, in fact,
crime.
can be imprisoned. And in
And
order
he
to be
said,
imprisoned, you would have to
because it's
charge them with a
penalty. And I
crime.
said, according to the law, it's
Okay,
not just
so
a civil
let me
penalty.
get this
They, in
right,
fact,
right?
can
'Cause
be
you talk
imprisoned.
fast
And in
and I
order
have
to be
TBIs.
imprisoned, you would have to charge them with a crime.
Okay, so let me get this right, right? Because you talk fast and I have
This sounds like
TBIs.
an opinionated questions backed up with
Want
facts.
mass amnesty. Zero does
Basically,
not
yes.
want mass amnesty. This
Okay,
sounds like an
so my opinion
opinionated
with
questions
my
backed up with
background in
facts.
Homeland Security is you kick them all the
Basically,
fuck
yes.
out,
Okay.
and you
So my
readjust
opinion
or you
with my background in Homeland Security is you kick them all the
you
fuck out,
redo the
and
immigration system to allow it to be
readjust
faster.
or you
But at the same time, you only have a cap limit
you
per year
redo
of
the immigration
people
system
migrating.
to allow it to be
Because if you
faster.
notice and you look at
But
the
at the
totals
same
throughout
time, you
the
only
world,
have a
the
cap
most
limit per
people
year
that
of
come
people
to the United
migrating.
States
Because
as
if you
immigrants,
notice
whether
and you look at
illegal
the
or
totals
legal,
throughout
come
the
from third
world,
world
the
shitholes.
most people
And I'm
that
calling all
come
of South
to the
America,
United
minus
States
Argentina
as immigrants,
and
whether
El Salvador,
illegal or legal, come from
Okay,
third
well,
world shitholes.
that's your opinion, right?
And I'm
That doesn't
calling
make it
all of
true.
South America,
So at the end
minus
of the day, why would you want to
Argentina
harm the
and El
economy?
Salvador,
Why would you want to
shitholes.
harm the economy just to
Well, that's
reform the
your
immigration
right? That
system?
doesn't make it true.
Okay, so for
So at the end of the day, why would you want to harm the
mass illegals?
economy?
Because I
Why would
live
you
in
want
a
to
state
harm
that
the
has a
Oh,
economy
mass
here we go.
just to
Here we go.
I
reform
really
the
don't care about your
immigration system?
anecdotal
Okay,
stories,
so
man.
for
I don't care where you live. I don't care about your past.
because I
Well,
live in
it's
a
not
state that
though,
has
because
a
I can't
massive
prove it and you
illegal
can't disprove
I
it.
really don't care about your anecdotal stories, man. I don't care where you live.
But hold on. So my opinion is backed up by the law. Your opinion is backed up by you claiming you worked for Homeland Security. Can you show me where you worked for Homeland Security?
My opinion is backed up
You
by the
literally
law.
just said
Your
in your
opinion is
history
backed
with
up by you
Homeland
claiming
Security.
you worked for Homeland Security. Can you show me
I
where you worked for Homeland
never
Security?
claimed I
Can
worked
you
for
show
Homeland
me?
Security.
Can you show me your background in Homeland Security?
With Homeland Security.
Yeah, not at the moment.
My background in Homeland
Well, that's
Security is not
weird.
my
That
history
would be how you back that up, right? Because if not, it's just an anecdotal story.
It's just called backing
not
up
at the
the
moment,
facts
though.
with certain websites
Well, that's
that have
weird.
factual
That would
evidence to
be
back
What? So what website would we like to use to back up whatever claim you just made?
Backing up the facts with certain websites that have
Sure.
factual evidence to back up my claim. Like,
I'm not. Okay,
oh
so
boy, if you are you gonna let me get my claim across?
before we get into the ad homs, right? It's just a filter.
I'm
No
not-
need to get your
I'm-
feces
is
in a
this
twist over my
separate
hair that may or may not be
here?
blue.
What are we doing?
Ad homs.
Yeah, well, turn on your camera.
the argument of the economy, right? So when did you start supporting slave labor? Because
Not
they are
slave
not
labor.
guarded by the border wages. They're not guarded by the minimum.
Oh, my brother in Christ, you look like Ron Jeremy.
They are not guarded by the border wages. They're not guarded by the minimum wage.
So they are quite literally screwed out of a job. So if they don't come to work, say their boss says, hey, if you don't come to work today, I'm calling ICE, get you deported. That's literally all slave labor. So when did you start
Oh my
supporting
god.
slave labor?
That's not what slave labor is? That's wild.
Yes, it is. It's modern day slavery.
Okay, so hold on.
Go ahead and debate you while I'm fishing. So
Great. I hope you catch lots of fish. If we're going to say that that's slave labor, then every right to work state where your boss can come in and say, "I don't like your hair today, you're fired," is slave labor.
Watch. If we're gonna say that that's slave labor, then every
not how
right
that
to work
works.
state.
Well, what's the difference?
They are not protected at all. Do you not understand that they, as
Employees in right to work states are also not protected. Explain to me the difference.
They are not protected at all. Do you not understand that they, as I stated, no workman's comp.
So that's actually wildly untrue.
Minimum wage, no board of labor to help them, no union, nothing. They are screwed royally. And then also, there's no retirement. They can't put
I don't know why you're muting me. Okay, great. So you now have to explain to me how right to work laws are different than the slave labor you're describing. Because in right to work states, there is nothing to protect you. Can I finish my sentence, please?
Different than the slave labor.
In right to work states, there is nothing to protect you from your employer coming in, firing you on the spot for literally no reason.
In right to work states, there is nothing to protect you from your employer coming in, firing
you recognize that, right?
For literally no reason.
To fire you whenever given a reason, except in one single state.
You recognize that, right?
One single state denies that right.
What? You cut out. Zero. We didn't hear the first part. You cut out.
One single state denies that right.
About one single state in the entire country that does not do
that. Doesn't do what?
It goes to. There's about one single state in the entire country that does not do that.
What are you talking about? There's one state in the United States that doesn't do what?
That you cannot be fired on the spot.
Right, because
what are you talking about? There's one state in the United States that doesn't do what?
That you cannot be fired on the spot.
And there are no protections for them.
Right, because of right to work
without having employee protections, it's slave labor.
Affect people.
That's your whole argument.
No protections for them, which is your arguing. Without having employee protections, it's slave labor.
So an employer, hold on, time out.
You can sue if you were wrongfully terminated.
No, you can't. Not in right to work states. Not in right to work states. You cannot sue for being wrongfully terminated in right to work states when they do not need a reason to terminate you. So an employer, oh my god. So an employer who hires a person and keeps them employed for less than 90 days to fire them so they don't qualify for unemployment would be wrong, correct?
You're going to tell me that I cannot sue
them?
them?
For less than 90 days to fire them so they don't qualify for unemployment
so you're harassed, and then
would be wrong, correct?
And then I get fired shortly after for no reason. You're going to tell me that I can't sue because I'm 100% believe that I...
That is not even what I'm talking about. You would have protections because you were sexually harassed. That's not what I said. You would have Zero. You have to listen. Zero. You have to turn on your listening ears, man. You would have the right to sue because you were fired wrongfully because you were sexually harassed. Right? There's a basis behind that. If your employer walks in and says, Zero, I don't like the way you brushed your hair today, you're fired. There's no protections for you from that.
So what part of they're not going to use that as the excuse? They're just going to fire me. Don't you understand? They would just walk in and say one day,
so what part of they're not going to use that as the excuse? They're just going to fire
me. It happens
me.
every day, Zero. Every day it happens.
Say one day randomly, like a week or two later.
How do you prove that in that scenario, Zero? How do you prove it? If they didn't give you a reason, how do you prove it?
Zero. Every day it happens.
You can prove you were wrongfully terminated.
No, I'm so serious. I want you to prove your claim. If they did not give you a reason, if you reported sexual harassment 2 weeks prior, and they did not give you a reason for firing you, how are you, Zero, going to prove? How are you going to prove that that's why they fired you?
And they did not give you a reason.
How do you prove that?
How are you, Zero,
sexual harassment enough there, and then the timeline?
That's why they fired you. How do you prove that?
You were there on time every single day. You were there, did your job properly. Take pictures. If you're smart, you take pictures of your job.
How you were there on time.
So what if they say
did your job properly? Take pictures.
So what if they say
when your job work and you're at work?
So you also file a criminal complaint as well.
Something that you did not do.
Right. So what if the job comes back in your civil court? Because this would be civil. Zero. This would be civil court. So what if the employer comes back and they say, okay, Zero, stop. What if the employer comes back from that whole spiel you just gave and they go, well, none of that's true. We actually just didn't like the shirt Zero was wearing that day, and because of right to work laws, we had a right to let him go.
That whole spiel you just gave, and they go, "Well, none of that's true. We actually just didn't like the shirt Zero was wearing that day, and because of right to work laws, we had a right to."
But you would lose that case. You would waste money.
Do that.
You wouldn't win.
But at the same time, they're going to be sued.
Because all they have to say is that's not why we fired him. You have no reasonable evidence, no proof.
How do you know?
From 2 weeks prior?
All you have to say is that's not why we fired him. You have no.
How is that evidence? How is that evidence that 2 weeks later you wore a brown shirt to work? They didn't like that brown shirt and they let you go. How is the SA case evidence? How is it evidence?
How is that evidence? How is that evidence that 2 weeks later you wore a brown shirt to work? They didn't like that brown shirt.
I am just unraveling your argument.
How is it evidence?
So Sean never raped Eugene Carroll, right?
Who said that? There was evidence. There was evidence proving that he forcibly and deliberately penetrated her. This is a wild pivot. This is a wild pivot.
There was evidence.
Just a second here, right? So at the same time, right? There was also counter evidence saying that none of the shit she said actually happened.
Where was the counter evidence, Nuke? Nuke, give me the counter evidence.
So at the same time, right? There was also counter evidence.
Tim Pool, the man paid by Russia?
Where was that counter evidence?
Tim Pool did a whole fucking.
Did you not hear about that?
I feel like you haven't done your research on Tim Pool.
Bro, what?
You're joking, right? The right-wing influencers cashing checks from Russia.
Do you also
I feel like you haven't done your research on Tim Pool.
Jill Stein, Tulsi Gabbard.
Do you also know who is paid by Russia?
I can prove it though. But I can prove it. That's crazy. I don't follow a bunch of podcasters, so no.
Intelligence is downwind.
But I can prove it. That's crazy.
You ever heard of a guy by the name of John Kiriakou?
I don't follow a bunch of podcasters, so no.
Well, he wasn't a podcaster.
Nice. Play your video game.
The CIA and was a fucking CIA case officer. He actually helped capture number 2.
Beautiful. This is just another pivot. So Zero.
And he blew the whistle on the CIA.
I really don't care.
It doesn't matter what you don't
This is
care.
just another pivot.
I don't care that you fucking are big.
Hold on here. I'm finishing.
And I don't care that you are also a big back, brother. Do not care.
It doesn't matter what
You
you
look
don't care.
fat.
I like your hair. I don't care that
That's
you
fat.
fucking are big.
That's fat.
That's
I
fat.
don't care that you are also a big back,
You think your own
brother.
weight's
Do not
fat.
How am I a big back? I'm 6'3", 230 pounds.
That's fat.
That's fat.
Too bad I don't weigh 230, brother.
I'm sorry you think your own weight's fat, but 230 on a 6'3" is not fat at all. Oh man, you're
Too
funny.
bad I don't weigh 230, brother.
You look like it. Probably more like 250.
No information goes to
Anyway,
Russia. It's a
Q
radio
is paid
So just
by
because
Russia
Russian
for a radio
225
channel.
want to invest in people in the United States
No
and
information, no
vice
bricks
versa,
and
just have
capitalists
capitalism.
want to invest in people in the United States, and we do vice versa, which is how capitalism works. You can't prove that it is an opinion, it is an objective fact that there is collusion or espionage going on between both countries. You can't prove it.
So what I can prove is at 6'3", at 230 pounds, you are considered morbidly obese according to the BMI. So try me again, brother.
You are considered morbidly obese according to the BMI.
Oh, you'll prove me wrong? The BMI chart just says at 6'3" and 230 pounds, you're morbidly obese, but you're going to prove me wrong?
Prove me wrong. The BMI chart just says at 6'3" and 230 pounds, you're morbidly obese.
So that's not how BMI works. BMI goes off of your height and weight. So you said you're 6'3". Yes,
That's
baby.
not how BMI works. BMI goes
I
off
got
of your
it.
height and weight.
So you said you're 6'3".
Yes, baby.
Right, so we go to 6'3". We go over to 230 pounds.
Right, so we go to 6'3".
And that puts you, not morbidly obese, my bad. Overweight. 25 to 30 range. You are
And that
overweight,
puts you,
sir.
not morbidly obese, my bad. Overweight. 25 to 30 range. You are
So-
overweight, sir.
Caller 69. It's a matter of
You're a party pooper.
the military itself just uses
Cut it out.
BMI. It's why, like I said, at 225, 6'4", I had to be taped
We're not
for all
gonna go
6
play
years.
today if you don't stop.
Military just uses BMI for obesity. So he would still be obese under BMI standards. He just would be
So
laid out.
Zero, back to the claim you were making about Eugene Carroll. Can you name one single piece of evidence in that case?
What do you mean?
It's why the
There
word
was
obese is
evidence
meaningless.
presented in
Caller.
the Eugene Carroll case, which is how 9 jurors found Donald Trump guilty, or not guilty, civilly liable, of forcibly and deliberately penetrating Eugene Carroll against her will. Can you name one piece of evidence that was presented in that case?
That's funny. When on the verdict jury trial sheet, on the verdict,
I'll be right back.
They marked that on question 3.
They marked
did
essay, sexual
Trump
abuse. In New
forcibly
York,
touch
what is
Eugene
sexual
Carroll?
abuse?
They didn't mark a single thing.
They
And
marked
on question
essay,
1,
sexual abuse. In New York, what is sexual abuse?
Nope. In the state of New York, the reason why they could not find him civilly
can
liable
be
of rape
just looking at
is
somebody.
because,
Nope.
according to
In the state of New York, the
you
reason why they could not find him civilly liable of rape is because,
fall
according to
under
the New
that,
York law, you had to be
scope.
penetrated
If
with
you
a
were
male
physically
member
penetrated
in
with
order for
anything
it
else,
to
like
fall under
digits,
that
your
scope.
fingers,
If
that
you were
falls
physically
under
penetrated
sexual
with
abuse.
anything else,
So the
like
fact that they
digits,
checked
your
sexual
fingers,
abuse proves
that
the jury nine
falls
jurors
under
of
sexual
Donald
abuse.
Trump's peers
So the
believe
fact that
that
they
Donald
checked
Trump
sexual
forcibly
abuse proves that the jury,
Okay,
9
so-
jurors of Donald Trump's peers, believed that Donald Trump forcibly and deliberately penetrated E. Jean Carroll against her will with his fingers.
Okay, so maybe you didn't hear me, but anywho, in
Prove
New
that.
York law,
Prove it, Zero. Show me the law.
just by looking at somebody, you can be charged with SA.
Prove that. Prove it, Zero. Show me the law.
It can be considered sexual harassment even in the workplace.
SA is not sexual harassment. That's SH. So prove to me that is true, that the claim you are making with the New York law, by looking at someone you could be found liable for sexual abuse. Prove it, Zero.
I'm not done.
Quit muting me. Prove it.
I'm not done. I'll drop you to finish talking. I have no problem with that. Now, as I was saying, under the Eugene Carroll case and then the civil courts, you need 50% belief for a verdict of yes.
So now he's talking about the preponderance of evidence, which wasn't anything that I was talking about. I was asking him to bring up a piece of evidence in the E. Jean Carroll case, something that he could not do. Get down.
What are you doing?
No. What I'm doing is getting really overwhelmed because I've asked you on multiple occasions to stop, and you're not listening. Your listening ear suddenly broke, and that's a problem.
I'm not. No.
If you want to go to the race car park, you need to sit on your butt on that couch right now. Yeah, sit down.
Oh,
1, 2. Thank you. Sorry, chat.
No, race car party. A race car party.
Anywho. So let's see. The New York law has since been changed to say that if you are forcibly and deliberately penetrated by anything against your will, it is rape, which is something that you absolutely can say on the app. I don't know why they get so up in arms about it. But let's see what we can find about the New York law. Give me just a second. I'm going to do some Googling. What did the New York law say about rape and sexual abuse at the time of the E. Jean Carroll case? Why do they always call her Eugene as well?
Dude, I was talking about this while you were on the other live when the obesity discussion. I'm like, this is why I regularly argue BMI has made the word obesity meaningless, because like you're right. Her BMI, that man is obese. Just like at 6'4", 225, I was obese. Just like right now at 245, I'm considered class 2 obese, which is what's called morbidly obese. Even though you've seen me, chat's seen me, nobody would really call me obese. I'm a fucking big ass fucking dude. I'm a big fucking dude. That's all.
Yes, they dropped me. Okay, so here we go. So, blah, 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 blah. Where? Shoot. Okay, let me just put this in another browser that I use for sources. Give me just a second. Because this one I use for just the lives. Okay, so this is AP, says, New York expands the legal definition of rape to include many forms of non-consensual sexual contact. New York will expand its legal definition of rape to include various forms of non-consensual sexual contact under a bill signed into law by Governor Kathy Hochul on Tuesday. The state's current limited definition was a factor in writer E. Jean Carroll's sexual abuse and defamation case against former President Donald Trump. The jury in the federal civil trial rejected the writer's claim last May that Trump had raped her in the 1990s, instead finding the former president responsible for a lesser degree of sexual abuse. The current law defines rape as a vaginal penetration by a penis. The new law broadens the definition to include non-consensual anal, oral, or vaginal sexual contact. Highlighting Carol's case at a bill signing ceremony in Albany, the Democratic governor said the new definition will make it easier for rape victims to bring cases forward to prosecute perpetrators. The law will apply to sexual assaults committed on or after September 1st. The problem is rape is very difficult to prosecute, Hochul said. Physical technicalities confuse jurors and humiliate survivors and create a legal gray area that defendants exploit. In Carol's case against Trump, which stemmed from an encounter at Manhattan luxury department store, the judge later said that the jury's decision was based on the narrow technical meaning of rape in New York penal law, that in his analysis, the verdict did not mean that Carol failed to prove that Mr. Trump raped her, as many people commonly understand the word rape. While various states define rape in different ways, every state criminalizes oral, anal, and vaginal sexual contact that is non-consensual. According to Sandy Johnson, a senior legislative policy counsel at Rape, Abuse, and Incest National Network. Prior to its new law, New York defined penetration of the vagina or other bodily orifices with anything other than a penis as sexual abuse rather than rape. Many other states continue to place unwanted oral or anal sexual contact in a category other than rape. Johnson said New York's new guidelines validate what has happened to survivors, calling a criminal sexual act anything other than rape kind of sanitizes it, she said. At Tuesday's bill signing, Senator Brad Holman Sigel, who sponsored the legislation, said the new changes would also make it easier for members of the LGBTQ community to hold perpetrators of sex crimes accountable. See, guys, this is why I have to get off at noon. 1 second, my love. 1 second. Earl, thank you for the $6.61. Let's start $1 and close that goal. I appreciate you. Let me add this to the goal real quick.
You got your whole Vimo on screen. I just want to let you know that.
Just let me scream into the void as while I can't keep it together, chat. But thank you, Crow, for telling me what the frick is happening here. I just want to update my goddamn goal. There's too many buttons. Too many buttons. I'm too overstimulated. And this is why I said it This is why I said it as I'm getting off at noon, and we'll be back later on this evening once little Jude is in bed. Because holy shit, he's driving me nuts. All right, that evens us out to $12. We are going to get off of the stream here in just a moment, chat.
So, before I forget, because I'll forget by the time you come back tonight, because I sent you a bunch of stuff in case it ever comes up again. Most of the programs that were used as a path to citizenship for the military no longer exist.
Right.
Now, military citizenship path is only overseen by INA 328 and 329, and both of them require you to have a lawful status before you set one toe in this country.
I wanted to bring that up, but he was gish galloping around to so many different things. Like, he was gish galloping around, pivoting around so much that it was so hard to just keep up with the conversation the way that it was. And that's what they do, right? Whenever you start to win an argument, chat, notice how they will pivot over and over and over again. Look, Newcomb went and made his fucking profile picture him shirtless. Like, that helps his fucking case. Hold on, chat. My brother.
The man's upset because, like, he doesn't understand BMI. Like, we can have a conversation about how BMI was, one, created by an Austrian dude in the early 1800s who openly said this is meant to be a measure of populations, not individuals. Do not apply this to individuals. Two, that it no longer works in 2026 where, like, body masses have changed over time because that's how humans fucking work. And three, how it's on its face ridiculous because it doesn't take into account different sizes and bone structures, right?
Right.
Like,
but also, I want you guys to notice how this is an old picture of him, because when he turned on his camera, he had a mustache, and he's baby-faced and clean-shaven in this picture.
I want to be clear. I think it's really funny they're complaining about you calling him fat. You didn't call him fat. You called him obese because that's what BMI says. That's
right.
Because obese is a meaningless fucking term.
I'm going back.
That cough or whatever it was that went down.
Oh, there was a age 64 Apache went down towards Oman. Age 64 Apache went down towards Oman. Got rescued by AI boats. look, I've been fishing for like 2 hours. I'm gonna go inside, shower and change.
Oh, well, hold on, Nook, before you leave. I just want to
Alright,
point
dude, I'm
out your new
smelly as fuck.
profile
I've been
picture is an
fishing for
old
like
picture
2
of you. You
hours.
don't
I'm
have a
gonna go
mustache. So
inside
why are you baby
and
faced and
shower
clean
and
shaven in that old picture
talk
of
to
you,
you later.
brother?
Well, hold on, Nook. Before you leave, I just want to point out your new profile picture is an old picture of you. You don't have a
Weird.
mustache.
Isn't that so
why are
weird?
you
But
baby
also, I
faced
want
and
to point
clean
out, I
shaven in
didn't
that
call
old
you
picture of
fat. I just
brother?
said according to the
Zero, didn't
BMI
I
chart,
already
which
tell
is
you that this
true,
was from like
body
6 months
mass
ago when I was
index
cutting?
at 5 or
Weird. Isn't
6'3",
that so
right?
weird?
In
But
order
also,
for you
I
to be a
didn't
healthy weight.
call you fat. I just said
Who's
according to
bothered?
the BMI
You
chart,
let that
which is
man call
true,
me fat,
body mass
Zero.
index
You let that man
at
insult
5
me and
or
then got
6'3".
mad whenever I came back
Why
at
do you
him.
sound
Be
so
so for real,
bothered? Like
brother.
you're looking at the BMI.
Who's bothered? You let that man call me fat, Zero. You let that
So
man
who was
insult me
bothered
and
when
then
he
got
literally had
mad
to ad
whenever I came
hom
back at him. Be
me
so
first?
for real,
Who's
brother.
bothered? Me or him?
So who's bothered when he literally had to ad hom
Because
me
you guys
first?
are still
Who's
talking
bothered?
about
Me
me.
or him?
You were. You were. He was still complaining
That
about
happened
me
like
calling
10
him
minutes
fat.
ago, and you're still bothered about it.
Because you guys are still talking
And right
about
before
me.
that, and right
I'm not
before
talking
that,
about
what were
you.
you
You
talking
were.
about? Right
You
before that,
were.
what were you talking
He was
about?
still
We quite
complaining about me
literally
Right
talking
before
about
that, what were you talking about?
Iran just now. What are you
Right
talking
before that,
about?
what were you
We weren't
talking about?
talking about you. The world doesn't revolve around you, Emma. I'm sorry, it
Talking
doesn't.
about Trump.
No, you were talking about me calling him fat. It's
right before that.
recorded.
What were you talking about?
You guys are so lame.
We were talking about Trump.
Thinks about you like
No, you were talking about
That's
me calling
wildly
you fat. It's
untrue,
recorded.
actually. People
No,
think about
we
me all the
weren't.
time.
this much.
They make
You're
Enzo
literally
makes posts about me
delusional,
every
bro.
day.
Like nobody thinks about you like this much.
That's wildly untrue, actually. People
Nobody
think about
thinks
me all the
about
time.
you
Like
this
MAGA
much.
sees me coming and
Enzo
immediately
makes
ends
posts
their
about me
stream
every
and
day.
blocks me. They're so scared.
I'm not
Well, that's good for Enzo.
Did I say you were? Or did I just say MAGA in general?
MAGA sees
So
me
people
coming
actually
and
think about me all the
immediately ends
time.
their stream and blocks
I
me. They're
guarantee
so
you, if you
scared.
scroll through this app, you're gonna find at
I'm
least
not
one live
MAGA.
talking about me. For what reason?
Did
I
I
don't
say you
know.
were? Or did I just say MAGA in general? So people actually think about me all the time. I
Good for
guarantee
you,
if
Zero. I
scroll
wish
through this app,
everyone
you're
was
gonna find at
like
least
that,
one live
brother, but
talking
they're
about
not.
me. For what reason? I don't know.
I promise you, after I get off this app, I don't think about a single person on here.
So
for you,
anyway, do
Zero.
you want
I
to get
wish
back into our
everyone was like
conversation?
that, brother,
Which,
but
by the
they're
way,
not.
it's Eugene Carroll, not Eugene Carroll. You guys always fuck up her name for some reason.
So anyway, do you want to get back into our conversation? Which, by the way, it's Eugene
Oh, so we're
Carroll,
just gonna
not
do
Eugene
microaggressions
Carroll.
against
You
a
guys
black
always
woman?
fuck up her name for some reason.
Nah, it goes by the name. Kamala.
Oh, so we're
Yeah,
just
so I
gonna do
won't stay on a
microaggressions
platform
against
where
a black
somebody's just being
woman?
blatantly racist. Have a good one, Zero.
I am a black woman. I am strong and independent. My name is
Yeah, so I won't stay on a platform where somebody's just being blatantly racist. Have a good one, Zero.
I'm not racist. Are you transphobic?
Weird. He called himself he, him the entire conversation, but now he's a trans woman? Let's be so for real, chat. Let's be so for real, chat.
This is my constant example, chat, of what fucking Emma was trying to get across, right? Like, you see me in one box. See this? My dope ass, fucking like Dixie cup ass, fucking Hawaiian shirt. This, you see this? You see this right here?
Dad
This
bod.
is what this is considered obese under the BMI, right? Like I can still fucking move a fridge single fucking handedly, do fucking woodworking with no effort. But like this is morbidly obese according to BMI. This is how ridiculous BMI is. That's
Oh yeah, the BMI is because it only goes off of height and weight. There's zero other factors in it. So the BMI is utter
Like,
bullshit.
Most of my fucking weight is actually because I'm one of those people that has like dense ass muscles. So like if I clip you with an elbow, it's gonna be a bad fucking time.
Right. I'm sick and tired of the men on this app acting like they can sit there and call me fat and then go, I'm 6'3" and 230 pounds. Okay, so then according to the BMI, you're also obese, big back bitch. What do you mean? Hello?
At least I own my big backedness. You know what I mean?
Like, y'all are mad at me?
I fucking love food. I fucking love food since fucking lunch.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all are mad at me because I birthed 2 fucking children and had them physically cut out of my body, making it naturally harder for me to lose weight. And you're mad at me for liking food? Hello? Oh.
I've had dudes fucking do the same thing at me, and like, Emma, you have physically been in my presence. I am just an all-around fucking big fucking dude. I'm just a big fucking dude.
Like, it's just wild work, in my opinion. And I'm just so sick of these men being so goddamn boring and unoriginal that they have to be like, oh yeah? Well, you're fat. Cool, brother. Great. Never heard that one before.
Jace, I call it my Dixie Cup shirt for a reason. I got it when I was down in Hilo, Hawaii. fucking love this shirt, but it's 100% looks like the jazz design that they used on old Dixie cups, because I'm enough of a nerd to know that design is called jazz.
All right, hold on, chat. I'm waiting for Mikey to send me this thing. Mikey thinks they came up with a Killer Enzo diss track, and I think we should all hear it before we leave for the day. Which, I mean, I'm going to try to come back on later this evening so we can finish out this goal, chat, and get into some debates. I'm going to try to split the show between, like, morning and evening during the summer, because I feel like I get less accomplished in the morning, more accomplished at night. So, like, if Crow wants to continue hanging out with me in the morning so he can, like, fill in during my absence with Jax, that would be great. At night, I'll probably keep it, like, 1v1. So that way we can do more sort of blood sport content and get the goal up, because that's what people want to see. They just want the blood sport of it all. That's what they want. But yeah, we're $88 away from hitting this goal today. That's totally achievable later on this evening. Let me make sure I don't have any more thank yous to give out. Mikey said Midwest is proofreading. He's the buffer. So we have a few minutes, chat. If anybody wants to donate $1 and change for the dollar change train for change, to try to close out this goal even more before we log off until this evening, that would be, donations are appreciated, never required, chat. Remember, I will have my main account whenever we come back this evening. And remember, on my main account, I'm a part of the Creator Network. You guys do not have to send me any physical money. What you can do instead is go to my profile, double tap all my videos, make sure they're liked, favorite my videos, repost my videos, leave a 5 or more word comment so it triggers the algorithm to push my video out there to more people. The more people who do this, the more I get paid per video. But it has to hit a certain threshold, and the only way you can hit that threshold is if you guys support me there. So if you guys are as sick as I am of people calling me a grifter for capitalizing on my time, right? Go like and comment and share my videos. Go do it that
Emma,
way.
I'm going to need at least one donut before I engage with your videos.
God damn it, bro. Ooh, Midwest said Mikey send it. I'm so excited right now. Hold on, chat. Dude, the comments can absolutely be repetitive, witty. You can literally just leave a 5 or more word comment, copy that, and paste it on all my videos. And that's fine.
I love this so much over and over. That's 5 words right there.
Hold on, let's see. Now they're just being really quiet on that live. How weird. Anyway, let's hear this.
Ladies and gentlemen, the self-proclaimed debate king, the intellectual titan, the man who discovered traffic laws yesterday, Enzo. Emma's been waiting almost 100 days. Still no co-host. Still no debate. Still no smoke. Hit it. Every week you're calling people out, talking like you've got the crown, saying anybody wants a debate, better come and take you down. Said you're ready for the facts, said you're ready for the smoke, then Emma asked to co-host, and suddenly it's all a joke. Come into my life, yeah, everybody knows why. You wanna keep that mute button close and keep the power on your side. Megaphone mouth and a disappearing ghost. 99 days and we're counting the score. Every challenge you throw ends up dead on the floor. If you're really that smart, why you run every time? Emma's still waiting. Enzo, get online. Woo! Got the shades, got the chains, got the intellectual pose. Every video's a challenge. Every comment section knows. You keep saying, let's debate, like you're settling the score. But when co-host hits the table, you start moving goalposts more. Everybody knows the play. Everybody knows the game. Everybody knows the game. tomorrow. Maybe next week. Maybe after another 50 videos calling people weak. Maybe after another speech about logic and reason. Maybe after another season of avoiding the co-host button. Everybody singing, where's the co-host? Where's the co-host? Where's the co-host? Nobody knows! Oh, 100 days and we're nearly there now. Still no debate and we all know how. You can call yourself a lion, call yourself elite, but a lion doesn't hide when it's time to compete. 100 days and the scoreboard's clear. The challenge stays standing while you disappeared. You can make another video, you can make another post, but history remembers who accepted the co-host. 2 lanes, one-way street, still undefeated. 99 days, no co-host, no debate, no victory lap. Emma's waiting, the clock is ticking, and every day that passes gets a little funnier. Wait, there can be 2 lanes on a one-way road?
Oh my god. That's so good.
I always forget that this started because you deep fried him using Google Maps.
No, Olive deep fried him using Google Maps. Not even, it wasn't even me.
Right,
Olive did that.
It started because he got fucking deep fried with Google Maps.
Hold on, baby. Mommy's about to get off. I'm about to get off the internet. I need you to sit down, please.
Also, I always
spray you like
forget
a
that
cat.
like Earl is local to me because he sent me $1.43 from a donut from this little mom and pop joint around here.
W. Let me make sure I don't have any last minute things to say thank you for. I'm just gonna start spraying him like a cat. Which, for the record, this is just the water bottle for my spiders. It's just water chat, and I'm playing with my son. Whoop. No children were hurt during these spraying. Oh, Earl says they're from Minnesota. What? All right, guys. So thank you so much for being here. I don't know how to make the songs. That's Mikey and Midwest who do that. But yeah, so we will be back later on this evening. We'll try to close out this goal later on tonight after I get Jaxito to sleep. So I love you guys immensely. Thanks for being here today. And we had a lovely time. I'm going to go ahead and end the live now. Goodbye.